Tonight shouldn't be a new experience for the Auburn Tigers. Bruce Pearl's team is the only team in the country that plays 3 non-conference Power 5 schools on their home floor. So when Auburn plays tonight in Athens, it should come as no surprise. Good evening and War Eagle from Stegman Coliseum with Hall of Fame coach Joe Ciampi and Brad Law. I'm Andy Bertram. A week ago, the Tigers outlasted Florida in the SEC opener by 3. Auburn killer Colin Castleton was held to just 6 points. Tonight begins a stretch of 2 games per week for the remainder of the SEC schedule. Mike White moved north from Gainesville to Athens. His Bulldogs are 10-3 and haven't lost at home this season. Just the 4th time in school history that Georgia has reached double-digit wins by New Year's Day. Transfer point guard Terry Roberts is 2nd in the SEC with over 4 assists per game, and Caro Oquindo is the sharpshooter for Georgia at over 14 points per contest. No current SEC opposing coach has more wins than Bruce Pearl in Athens. He's 10-4 here, including his record at Tennessee. Students aren't back from Christmas break. The Bulldogs fans, of course, are getting ready for the national championship against TCU in Los Angeles on Monday. So what does tonight's hoops have in store for us? The CBNS Bank countdown to tip-off starts now. Joe Ciampi is filling in for Sonny Smith tonight, sits alongside here. Courtside, we're next to the bench at Stegman Coliseum. Looks like it's going to be a good crowd on hand for tonight. We understand a lot of Auburn fans have made their way over. Coach, Auburn will have some witnesses here tonight for this ball game against Georgia.
Yes, we will. One exciting time here in Athens with a nice group of witnesses for us. It's a game where you come in and in league play, Andy, you have to sustain that effort to win it on the opponent's court.
This is Georgia's first conference game. They played last Wednesday, as did Auburn. Auburn, of course, beat Florida. This Georgia team won another one, beating Rider. So this is their conference opener, and it's a team very different from a year ago. But in the era of transfer portal, you can completely change your roster from one year to the next and a brand new head coach.
Well, you certainly can, but when you come into the SEC play, and they've got a good record now, 10-3, but this is SEC play. For Auburn to be effective here, they have to punch them in the mouth from the get-go because Georgia doesn't know who they are. They're a young group. Well, they're not a young group, but they're first-year players here.
Right.
So they don't know their identity, and hopefully Auburn, with their defensive effort, can minimize that effort.
It's a Georgia ball club that is 10-3. Terry Roberts leads the point, transferred to Athens from Bradley. You've got Caro Oquindo, a junior who transferred from Florida Southwest State. Auburn saw him a year ago. And then you have Braylon Bridges on the inside, 6'11 senior, transferred from Illinois, Chicago. So it is a brand new team. But what you just talked about is something that Bruce Pearl challenged his team at the shoot-around earlier today.
Well, it's important when you're on the road to have that approach that you've played the game, and Auburn is playing championship basketball, so they understand. This team, I'm watching them warm up. They've been watching Auburn a whole bunch at the other end of the floor, and that's why I'm thinking with the ability that Auburn has, you look at BP. He's unmatched in his work ethic, his commitment, and his attention to detail. And when those players on his team follow that commitment, they're as good as anyone in the league.
Good to have you alongside tonight.
It's a pleasure. Sorry that Sonny's not here, but it's exciting for me to take his place.
StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tigers game. Check the virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. StubHub, be there. Well, this weekend the SEC started with a bang last night. More SEC games across the landscape. And here to tell you about it to our Auburn Sports Network studios, here's Brad Law.
champions. To every corner of the SEC, let's go around the most exciting conference in college basketball. This is the Toyota SEC Report. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, Tennessee and Alabama are off to 2-0 starts after decisive home wins for both last night. In fact, all four home teams won in league play last night. Tonight, a couple of games aside from ours, Texas A&M visits Florida, the league opener for the Aggies. Teams met twice last season with A&M winning both by a total of 4 points. Colin Castleton scored 15 in both games for the Gators. That's a 6 Central start in Gatorland. Then at 7:30 tonight in Fayetteville, it's the first ever, get this, the first ever matchup of ranked teams in an SEC opener at Bud Walton Arena. Hard to believe, but it's true. 20th ranked Missouri, number 13 Arkansas. Mizzou looking for a program record 3rd straight win over a ranked team. And that's the SEC. Here's what else is coming up as we count you down to tip-off in Athens. What's on the menu is presented by Whataburger. Head on over to your hometown Whataburger for the Patty Melt. Texas toast, 2 beef patties, grilled onions, Monterey Jack cheese, and their famous creamy pepper sauce. It's an all-time favorite, made just like you like it. An exclusive conversation with Bruce Pearl is still to come, plus Coach Champy's keys to the game, our 60-second scout, our player profile, all that and more coming up as the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off continues in a moment.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Did you know the average piece of produce travels 1,500 miles to reach your plate? When you buy local, you shorten your supply chain and reduce fuel emissions to contribute to a more sustainable world. I'm Ellie Watson, the director of Sweet Grown Alabama, a program designed to help you find locally grown products. Visit sweetgrownalabama.org to search for locally grown produce, meat, honey, and more in your area.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
How are you the ultimate Auburn fan? Because I got this air horn installed in my throat. Pretty sick, right? Yes, you look really sick. What doctor would even do this? Doctor? I did this myself. I mean, I can't swallow whole food, but still. Wait, what? Just gotta plow through it. Hey, can I get a couple of soups up there? What about some chamomile tea? Don't be that guy. Get a fan card. The smart way to be the ultimate Tigers fan. Just go to auburncards.com.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios. It's Auburn and Georgia tonight from Athens. And just because the weather's chilly or going back and forth between chilly and not so chilly, it doesn't mean that Alabama's farmers aren't busy growing high-quality products. They're doing that year-round. Visit sweetgrownalabama.org and make your next Tigers watch party a slam dunk. You can find farm-fresh greens, meats, and more. sweetgrownalabama.org. All right, let's talk about this Georgia team. Mike White has made an impact in his first season as the head coach in Athens. Of course, he made the move from Florida to Georgia. He's in his 12th season overall as a collegiate head coach. 10-3 in year number 1 at Georgia. He's gotten good bench play this year. They've upped the number of players that are playing significant minutes off the bench for the Bulldogs. And now it's time to hear from Stephen Pearl, Auburn assistant, with our 60-second scout of Georgia.
Georgia team that's, as we think, a lot better than last year. 10-3 this year. They're 8-0 at home, so obviously they play with a lot of confidence at home. They play better at home. It's a three-headed monster offensively for them. You got Terry Roberts at the point guard, Aquendo, who plays the 3, and then Bridges, who plays the 5. All 3 guys are really high-level SEC players, all really good at scoring. So I think the biggest thing our guys have got to do, they got to guard the personnel and understand what their tendencies are and do a great job of shutting those down for us to be successful. This team has shot more free throws than their opponents have attempted. What that means is they attack the rim really hard and they do a good job of getting fouled. But then, two, they do a great job of guarding without fouling. So we have to do a really good job of, one, scoring through their chest and not looking for fouls, especially on the road. Try and finish through contact and then make open shots on the offensive end.
How different is this with Mike White on the sideline?
You know, it's different because you got to kind of look back at what he did against us at Florida last year with different personnel. But, you know, he does an unbelievable job game by game of changing his scouting up as far as what they do in ball screen defense, what they do offensively. And then he likes to try and keep you on your toes, and he does a great job with halftime adjustments. So we have to do a great job being ready for those things tonight.
Mike White's Florida team limited Wendell Green Jr. to 2 of 10 shooting when those two teams got together in Gainesville a season ago, and obviously a defensive focus for Georgia in this game will be limiting what Auburn's leading scorer at 12.7 points a game in Wendell Green is able to do offensively. That 60-second Scouts presented by the Raymond J. Harbert College of Business. Accelerate your career with an online MBA. Do that from the Harbert College of Business. Learn why they're ranked among the nation's best. Harbert.auburn.edu. Well, the name Harper is a familiar one for Auburn basketball fans. A beloved player, Jared Harper, on the Final Four team, a 3-year point guard starter for the Tigers toward the end of the last decade. His younger brother, Jalen Harper, now wears number 55 for the Tigers, and Jalen is the subject of tonight's profile he visited earlier today with Andy Burcham.
Jalen, talk about your route to Auburn. Kind of give us your route to playing this season for the Tigers.
My route to Auburn was, so first I went to Florida Gulf Coast out of high school after graduating from Pebblebrook my senior year. And then after Florida Gulf Coast, I went to Vincennes University, a 2-year JUCO. Then after Vincennes, I went to Shelton State last year, which is a JUCO in Tuscaloosa. We won the state and had a really good season, and that led me here to Auburn.
What has this year been like and playing where your brother played so very well?
It's actually been like, had me in shock, like, wow. Like, this is really what Jared used to do, and now me being in the practices, being in these arenas, the shoot-arounds, seeing all the behind the scenes that he did, it's been great.
Does anyone come up and say Jared every once in a while?
Oh, every time I'm out to eat, people come up all the time. Like, but I love it though. I love it. I take pictures, so I love it.
That's good stuff. Well, one of the reasons because he looks almost exactly like him. He looks like Jared, but with a little bit longer hair. Jalen Harper, he's only played in a couple of games this year, and hopefully Auburn has a couple of more opportunities throughout conference play to get him in games if the Tigers have some comfortable leads. Jalen Harper, you don't see him on the floor every game, but a valuable part of this team, the senior out of Mableton, Georgia. The Auburn Tigers put their trust in Auburn AV every home game for the best fan experience, and so should you. Bring the basketball game home when you have Auburn AV design and install your home entertainment system, all with frustration-free controls. Visit auburnav.com. Straight ahead, Bruce Pearl talks it over with Andy Burcham. It's Auburn and Georgia. Tigers have won 8 of the last 10 in this series and 4 of the last 5 games in Athens. Some of those have been close. Some of those have been too close for comfort, but they've still been wins. And no matter what the final margin is, Auburn will take a victory if it can get it in Stegeman Coliseum tonight. Our exclusive pregame conversation with the head coach is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Live Sports Radio, bringing you inside Neville Arena for all the action of men's and women's basketball game day with no delay. Every dunk, block shot, and steal, plus all the analysis from our Hall of Fame coaches, all with no delay. $25 new or $10 to reprogram the one you already have. Also, use it for every broadcast of home baseball and softball games this spring, all with no delay. With Live Sports Radio, presented by Alpha Insurance.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Auburn Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Bruce Pearl. At Auburn, we revere our traditions. Ford has a tradition too, building trucks that are smart, dependable, and built Ford tough. That's why Ford F-150 is the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
This is always a tough game. It's always a tough environment, regardless of what Auburn team comes in here.
Yeah, and what Georgia team we're playing, right? So we might not be quite as good as we were last year when we came in here with Walker and Jamari, and they're much better than they were last year, and yet we survived. Wendell Green made a big, tough shot and a big play late to get us the win. A couple years ago, it was Chumo Kiki in 2019 that made a big three from the top of the circle there on under OB. So that's sort of been the way it's been. We're excited about the opportunity to play and try to get a road win.
How different is this team with Mike White now on the sideline?
Well, they're a lot different. They're running a lot of the same things they ran for Florida. I think Bridges is the big kid down there is going to be a real beneficiary with the transfer portal. These teams that were able to rebuild and reload did so really quickly. They got a lot of transfers and a lot of older players. And as a result, they're playing 11 guys, and they're athletic. They really run good in transition. They're 10-3, and they're 8-0 at home. They won 6 out of the last 7. You don't know how good they are yet because they're the best teams they've played. Wake Forest, they lost at Wake Forest. They've not played a great team at home yet. So I think I talked to our guy. I think this is a very hungry Georgia team. I told our guys, we have the blessing of being in the top 25 all year long. Our highlights are on SportsCenter. Our scores come across the ticker. All right, this Georgia team could be really, really good. They haven't got any of that, and the only way they get that is by knocking off a ranked team at home. And this is their first opportunity. So I think it's going to be a barn burner.
Set the tone early, right?
Well, you like to on the road. I mean, on the road, that's the key. I mean, you got to play well early on the road, and so our starters have done well for us. We've not always scored as well early. Boy, it'd be really nice if we could score in our first few possessions. We got good stuff in to get some buckets and some really good looks. But you're right. The way to win on the road typically is you got to play well early. If you don't, then you get the crowd in, officials, the environment, all that stuff. And so, yep, that'd be important tonight.
Let's talk about their offense a little bit. I mean, they've got a point guard that's been out there for a while, transferred in from Bradley. You've got a Quindo that can shoot it from the outside, and then they've got some presence on the inside. So they've got some options.
They've got inside, outside options. They're scoring a lot of points. In their last 5 games, they're shooting 39% from 3. They're making about 7 or 8 threes per game. They shoot it really well at home because they've got a good inside-out game. They do a really good job in transition. They got 4 or 5 guys that are catch-and-stick three-point shooters. A Quindo, could be the best wing. One of the best wings in the league. I think he's one of those guys that when he decides he wants to, he can. Doesn't always. And so he really turns it on. He's a real hard right driver. He's shooting the ball better from 3. The point guard from Bradley's been a huge addition, for them. One of the leaders in assist-turnover ratio in the league. He can score. And Bridges is unbelievable, over the right shoulder, with his left hand. Again, we've got Stephen Pearl's got the scout. We got a great game plan. We know how to guard him. The question is, I think in this game, we got to win some matchups. Like, Wendell's got to win the point. Wendell and Trey got to win their point guard matchup. You know, Zepp and KD got to win their matchup at the 2 spot. You know, Al and Chris have got to win the matchup against Aquendo. You know, Jalen Williams and Yo got to win that matchup against 3 different 4-men they'll play tonight. And we're going to win the matchup at 5. Rebounding is going to be a factor. Our 5-men sometimes will be out on the perimeter guarding because of some of the down-screen dribble handoff stuff. That means our 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s have got to rebound without the center at the rim.
What do you expect defensively out of this Georgia team?
You know what? That's a great question because that's one of the keys to Coach White. He changes how he covers game to game, season to season, and so you got to be a little prepared for everything. They've been doing a lot of switching lately. They did a great job defending the 3 ball because they're long and they're athletic. They rally to the ball. You know, I would expect them to be pretty scrappy. We need to ourselves do a better job of scoring in transition. They don't do a great job getting back.
Stephen talked about Coach White's ability to make adjustments throughout the ball game. He's traditionally done that.
Done a good job with that. I mean, he knows his personnel. He knows what looks they want to try to make. You know, again, like I said, it's been a good bit. It's been a tough matchup for me. I'm 3-6 against Mike. Part of it is because he's had some really good Florida teams, but we've had some good teams too. We've had a hard time winning down there at Florida, so I've got to be on my game tonight, Andy.
Wish you all the best tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
This is Auburn head coach and proud Ford F-150 owner, Bruce Pearl. The thing I hear most when people get in the cab of my F-150 is, this truck is huge. Well, I drive around some pretty big players, and when I get a 7-footer in the back seat and he's able to spread out, he's just blown away at how roomy and comfortable this truck is. So visit your local Ford dealer and check out Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers.
Not all models, trims, or features may be available. Contact your dealer for more information.
Thinking of advancing your career with a master's degree in business? If so, consider the graduate degree choices at Auburn University's Harbert College of Business. Ranked among the nation's best, we offer full-time and online programs in finance, supply chain management, information systems, accounting, and business administration. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
Campbell under center. Campbell's going to throw on the play action into the end zone. Touchdown!
Hi, this is Jason Campbell. The game has changed. The future of Auburn athletics demands a strong name, image, and likeness collective. That's On to Victory, the NIL collective for all student athletes. I urge support On to Victory. You can improve the lives of our players and give our teams the best chance for success. Learn more at ontovictory.com.
Kia of Auburn is happy to connect the Kia brand to the Auburn fans. Our winning lineup has something for everyone at almost any budget. SUVs like the Telluride, Sorrento, and Sportage. You prefer a sedan? Check out the Rio, Forte, Soul, or the Sporty Stinger. And don't forget our new multi-purpose vehicles, the Carnival, or our amazing hybrid or electric vehicles. Kia of Auburn is a proud supporter of Auburn athletics. Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. Whoa, Rico.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
Counting you down to Auburn and Georgia, the Tigers are relatively healthy, and anytime you have a short medical report 2 games into the conference season, that's a positive thing. That medical report is brought to you by East Alabama Health. If you need emergency care, check out the new freestanding emergency department located in their new Auburn Medical Pavilion, which is in the Auburn Research Department. All right, let's go back to Stegman Coliseum and bring in Hall of Fame coach Joe Champion here. Coach, in the Florida game, Auburn was able to keep Colin Castleton from receiving passes deep in the post. That made Florida settle for 3-point shots. Well, Georgia's top 2 scorers are guards, and they shoot 33% from 3, so I don't think it's going to be the same defensive game plan. What kind of shots does Auburn want Georgia to take in this game?
Well, it'll be a game of speed because when Auburn plays up tempo and guards in space, you create a decision-making factor for these Georgia guards. Now, Auburn's championship defense last year, they held all their opponents under 40%, and that was the key to winning that league championship. Started off against Florida, held them to 38% from the field and 21% from the 3. We have the guards able to guard in space, but we have to play at a higher tempo to get them out of their rhythm.
Coach, what do you need to to see out of Janai Broom offensively tonight. He's becoming more and more a focal point of what Auburn wants to do offensively. It's going to run through him. It's going to run through Jalen Williams. Particularly, though, Broom, when he's matched against the 6'11", 245-pound fifth-year player, Braylon Bridges. Bridges going to have some size. How does Broom win that one-on-one?
Well, with his quickness, and that's what I said at the defensive end. Auburn has the quickness at both ends of the floor. I want to see Jalen catch that ball in space. He can shoot down with contact around the rim, but he can face up also. But he has to get the key touches early to build up his confidence. He built up his confidence with an identity on Saturday against Florida by defending Castleton inside. So you could see, his body language today in practice. He wants to compete now where he doubted who he was at the beginning of the season.
Good stuff. Can't wait to hear you call this game with the voice of the Tigers here in just a little bit. Coach Joe Champy. Coach's keys to the game are presented by Kia of Auburn, where you are always number one. The time for talking just about done. Straight ahead, starting lineup. The opening tip. It's Auburn and Georgia rivalry matchup from Segment Coliseum, and it's next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
How are you the ultimate Auburn fan? Because I got this air horn installed in my throat. Pretty sick, right? Yes, you look really sick. What doctor would even do this? Doctor? I did this myself. I mean, I can't swallow whole food, but still. Wait, what? Just gotta plow through it. Hey, can I get a couple of soups up there? What about some chamomile tea? Don't be that guy. Get a fan card. The smart way to be the ultimate Tigers fan. Just go to auburncards.com.
Head down. He's in. Touchdown, Auburn!
The game has changed, and the future of Auburn athletics now demands a strong name, image, and likeness program. I'm Andy Burcham, and I urge you to support On to Victory, the name, image, and likeness collective for Auburn student athletes. Please take this opportunity to improve the lives of our players and give our teams the best chance of success. Learn more at ontovictory.com.
Did you know the average piece of produce travels 1,500 miles to reach your plate? When you buy local, you shorten your supply chain and reduce fuel emissions to contribute to a more sustainable world. I'm Ellie Watson, the director of Sweet Grown Alabama, a program designed to help you find locally grown products. Visit sweetgrownalabama.org to search for locally grown produce, meat, honey, and more in your area.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we are proud supporters and huge fans of Auburn basketball. Whoa, Regal, hey! Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Auburn basketball, and these are the Yellowwood starting lineups for the Tigers.
Leaves it left side, Green to the corner, Zep for three. Got it! Three ball, Zep Jasper. Yes! Oh, Zep for three!
Zep Jasper, senior, Augusta, Georgia, Lucy C. Laney High School.
Into the hole off the glass. Got it at the buzzer! Window, three ball. Yes! Oh!
Window. I'm going to get his autograph if he keeps playing like that.
Wendell Green Jr., Detroit, Michigan, Latimer High School.
Flashes it underneath, and Moore puts it in, and a foul in the play. Down the lane. Moore to the hole with a two-hand goal.
Chris Moore, Jr., West Memphis, Arkansas, Academies of West Memphis.
Jalen Williams reverse dunk. Oh, baby, was that Williams on a breakaway. Left-hand hammer. Cross court, right wing, Williams, three. Got it.
Jalen Williams, senior, May Hunter, Georgia, Bramley County High School.
Had it, got it back and put it in. There's the double-double. To Broom, up and in with a foul in the play. Then move Broom to the hole with two hands.
Bernard Broom, sophomore, Plant City, Florida, Kemba Catholic.
Introducing the first stain over the downtown. For the makers of Yellowwood Farm Pressure Treated Pine Yellowwood Protection. It is good enough to earn a full
Auburn is 11-2 on the season, 1-0 in Southeastern Conference play, ranked number 22 in the AP poll, 20 in the coaches poll. Bruce Pearl in his ninth season at Auburn, a record of 177 and 100. In his 28th season overall, the record is 639 and 245. Georgia is 10 and 3. It's just the fourth time the Bulldogs have won double-digit games before New Year's. That'd be hard to believe. Not ranked at this point, Mike White in his first season in Athens after a long career at Florida. He is 10 and 3 this season. 12th season as a head coach with a record of 253 and 131 for the Ole Miss 1999 graduate. Starting point guard is Terry Roberts, 6'3" senior from North Amityville, New York, a transfer from Bradley. 14 points, 3.8 rebounds, 4.1 assists. Caro Oquendo, a 6'4" junior from Titusville, Florida on one wing, 14 points, 3.9 rebounds. Mardrez McBride on the other wing, a 6'2" senior from Augusta, Georgia, 5.3 points, 2.8 rebounds, a transfer from North Texas. Matthew Alexander Moncrief at the 4, a 6'8" junior from Toronto, Ontario, a transfer from Oklahoma State, averaging 6 points, 1.9 rebounds. And Braylon Bridges, who transferred here from Illinois, Chicago. 6'11" senior, he's originally from Atlanta, averaging 7.6 points and 4.3 rebounds. A really good crowd. This camp is pretty dead. Their students are not back yet, but this is a big game for Georgia. It's a big game for Mike White's Joe in his first season, and their fans have responded here tonight.
You would expect nothing less from Coach White. He knows how to win. He brands himself at Florida. He comes into here. You know he wants a crowd in here to see this explosive Georgia team.
Lots of orange and blue sprinkled throughout Stegman Coliseum here as well. The officials, Doug Chows, he was calling that LSU Kentucky game last night in Lexington. Rob Rourke and Vladimir Boyard Tadal.
He did a good job last night. I hope it follows up tonight.
Janai Broom will jump it up. And for one of maybe the second time this year, Auburn loses the tap. And Georgia has the ball going to the basket, 2 hour left. And it's Moncrief who loses it. There's a steal by Wendell Green to the right wing. Head fake by Jalen Williams. Top of the circle, Wendell. Head fake, shoots a 3 ball. Missed it. Rebound to Chris Moore underneath. One dribble. Goes up in traffic and missed it. Got his own rebound, goes back up, and he was fouled on the play. It was on the floor, so Auburn will have the ball out of bounds.
But it's all hustle plays, Andy. It's the opportunity to get second chance points, and that's important for this Auburn team. When you're on the road, you have to find extra possessions. Auburn found 2 that time.
The 6'11" Braylon Bridges picked up the foul. Auburn ball out of bounds, baseline left. Jalen Williams will trigger. Inbound Broom in the lane. Back to the basket. Now faces. Head fake off the glass. Missed it short. Tapped up and missed it again. And the rebound comes to Oquendo for Georgia. Well, Auburn had about 6 chances there, but couldn't get it to fall. Bulldogs basketball. Moncrief, right side of the circle. Picks up the dribble. Wants to get rid of it. Does. Roberts down the lane. Drives to the hole and scores for Georgia.
That will happen when you're overplaying in space like that and you can't get help defense quick enough from the weak side.
Jasper low post to Broom. He loses the ball. A steal and by Oquendo to the right wing for Moncrief. In the lane, off the left wing, the pass goes to McBride. Now to the corner, a 3 ball. It's good for Georgia, and a foul in the play, and a foul goes against Auburn, against Zeb Jasper. A 3 ball from the corner by Oquendo, so it's a 3-point shot, and now Georgia will keep the basketball, I think. The foul goes against Zeb Jasper. It's his first. Georgia leads 5-0. And now Georgia has the basketball with 18:57 to go in the first half of play. The foul took place on the rebound. Jasper fighting for what he thought was going to be a missed shot. 2 players went to the floor, and they got Jasper for the foul, and Georgia has it, leading 5-0.
Quick turn of events for this Georgia team. Takes a quick drive to the basket, then knocks down the 3.
Roberts out of bounds, baseline left for the Bulldogs. Lobs it out to the top for Moncrief. Picked up by Jalen Williams. Moncrief hands the ball now to Terry Roberts. Roberts picked up by Chris Moore. Left-hand dribble.
Roberts, one of the top guards in the league, leading the team in the league in assists.
Down the left side. Underneath it goes for Bridges. Turnaround jumper. Didn't get it. Rebound Broom. Outlet Wendell Green. Auburn trails 5-0 with the ball. Green to the right wing. Outside the arc. Gets the ball to Broom at the top. Janai at the top of the circle, hands the ball to Green. 17 to shoot for Auburn. Wendell backs it up on the right-hand dribble. 18:22 to go. First half of play. Auburn down 5-0 with the ball. 9 to shoot. Moore. Low post. Jalen Williams. Left side of the lane. Into the lane. Back to the basket. Banks up. Missed it. Rebound. Tap up and in for Janai Broom.
Great weak side rebound for Broom and to knock it down.
5-2 Georgia. 18:02 to go in the first half of play. Georgia ball. Roberts in the center circle. Working on Wendell Green. Picks up the dribble. He walked. Boy, drug his pivot foot and got away with it. Into the corner. Oquendo for three. It's in and out. Rebound fought for, and it comes to Jalen Williams. Up the middle of the floor, Wendell Green. Tigers down 5-2. Left wing, Zep Jasper. Low post for Broom. Skip pass right side for Moore. Drives, kicks it out to the left wing for Jasper. 18 to shoot. Now Broom. Skip pass to the corner. Three ball, Jalen. Missed it. Rebound weak side, Janai. Goes back up and got fouled. And Janai Broom will go to the line to shoot two on the foul by Georgia. The foul will go against the point guard, Terry Roberts.
Great anticipation by Janai Broom to be on the weak side to get the long rebound, long shot, long rebound. More importantly, this Georgia team is crowding that paint. They're challenging the three-point shooters of Auburn right now.
Janai will get two. The first is good. Auburn early on winning on the glass, 6-1 early on.
That's a big key. That big key is going to be the ability to get those second chance points, not only off the glass, but on turnovers and taking charges also.
4 of Auburn's 6 rebounds have come on the offensive glass. Broom, second free throw. He made both. Good to see that for Janai. He has Auburn's 4 points, and the Tigers trail 5-4, Georgia ball. Roberts works it up the floor against Zep Jasper. Across the middle of the floor, and the big G in the middle of the floor. Roberts with the left hand, picked up by Zep, near midcourt. Shot clock down to 15 before Roberts gets a screen. Drives to the right wing, throws it underneath. Shot is up, and it's good by Matthew Alexander Moncrief. 7-4, Georgia with the lead. Wendell, top of the key, gets the ball to Jalen Williams. Outside the arc at the top, goes off the left wing for Zep Jasper. Brings Broom to the low post. Gets it to Janai. Back out to the wing for Zep, to the free throw line. Head fake. Left side for Janai. 9 to shoot for Auburn. Outside the lane, tried to throw a skip pass, and it was stolen by Moncrief. Ahead, drive to the hole. It's up, and it's good by McBride, and a foul on the play. They called basket interference. It was going in anyway. And Georgia leads 9-4, and K.D. Johnson is into the lineup for Auburn, replacing Zep Jasper. I think Bruce Pearl wants a little more offense on the floor with KD out there. And KD is greeted with some boos. Remember, a transfer from Georgia 2 years ago. 9-4 Bulldogs. Green, left wing KD. Top of the circle, Broom. Janai for three. Good! His second three ball of the year. That trims the lead to 2. 9-7 with 16:20 to go in the first half of play. Georgia ball. Dylan Cardwell in at the next break for the Tigers. Off the right wing, it's Moncrief. Lobs it underneath. Roberts with the two-hand stuff on the alley-oop.
Georgia taking advantage of our guard pressure out front, runs a back screen for Roberts for the dunk.
11-7 Georgia. 15:57 in the first half. Auburn ball. Green, Williams underneath. Double team shot is up. It's missed by Jalen, and the rebound pulled out of there by Moncrief. Roberts off the left wing for Moncrief outside the arc. To Roberts between the circles. Georgia up 11-7 with 15:39 in the first half. Moncrief posting up against Wendell. Into the lane, threw it away. It came to Broom, right back to Wendell. Wendell drives to the free throw line. Off the left side. Tigers trail 11-7, Auburn ball. Wendell at the top gets a screen. Lobs it up there from 15, missed it long. Rebound Jalen. Left wing, KD 3. That's good. KD Johnson knocks home his first shot of the ball game. And it's 11-10 at Georgia.
Important for KD to feel that shot and get the rhythm.
15:06 first half of play, Georgia ball. Roberts, left wing picked up by Green, fought through a screen. Now at the top it's McBride. Into the post for Bridges. Bridges turnaround. Goes up for the shot. In and out. Rebound to Wendell Green for Auburn. Tigers the other way, down by 1. Auburn ball. Wendell down the left side of the lane. Leaves it for Broom, and a whistle and a foul on the play against Georgia. 14:47 to go, first half of play. Georgia 11, Auburn 10. And the first half is presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. Stay tuned. We're back to Athens as Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all.
Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Power for a better Alabama.
North American beavers are excellent swimmers, but on land they waddle about clumsily. That is until they spot the yellow tag on a stack of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. Their instincts kick in and the colony springs into action. Just like that, these master builders make off with their newfound building materials.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Game day is full of ifs. Like if Auburn has another kick 6 up its sleeve. Who knows? But if you want the most convenient way to pay on the plains, get the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card. Tap to pay contactless card technology and Lock-It card controls give you what you need on game day or any day. To order your card, visit regents.com/go Tigers. Regents, official bank of the SEC, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Post-game show. The final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl.
14:47 remaining in the first half. We welcome you back to Stegman Coliseum in Athens. Tigers trail 11-10. Should note that going into that timeout, a foul was called against Terry Roberts. Very good point guard for Georgia. His second foul here in the first 5 minutes plus of the first half of play.
And that's a key component, Andy, in terms of he was running, their offense, their schemes. They're trying to take advantage of Auburn's pressure defense by setting some back screens up high and then releasing to the basket. Good plan by Mike Guarderi, but now Auburn, let's see how Auburn just goes back in and makes their adjustments.
Auburn brings Trey Donaldson and Alan Flanagan into the lineup. So here's Auburn's 5. Cardwell, Flanagan, Jalen Williams, Donaldson, and KD. So Auburn's only starter out there remains Jalen Williams. Also, Georgia goes to its bench and brings in Jusan Holt, a sophomore out of Tacoma, a transfer from Alabama.
Well, Andy, if you look at both teams, they have a lot of bench. Auburn's bench is averaging 27 points a game. Georgia is 25, so they play a bunch.
On the low post, Jalen Williams, turn around with the left hand, it doesn't go, and the rebound is pulled in by Moncrief for Georgia. Up the floor, the Bulldogs. Justin Hill at the point now, with Roberts on the bench with 2 fouls for Georgia. Hill, a junior from Houston, Texas, gets a step on Donaldson, who recovers, gets it off the right side for Frank Anselm. Anselm on the wing, gets the ball on the wing for Holt. Jusan Holt drives on Flanagan, bumps him, gets some space, picks up the dribble. Out to the top of the circle for Hill. Shot clock down to 3. Hill against Cardwell. Fade away from 15. It didn't go. Rebound fought for. Georgia has it. Big offensive rebound for Abdur Rahim for the Bulldogs. Down to the low post for Holt. Back to the wing for Rahim for 3. No. Foul on the play against KD Johnson. It's a 3-shot foul, and it will send Abdur Rahim to the line for 3.
That's his first team second.
First foul on KD, Auburn's second foul. And Jabri Abdur Rahim, a 6'8 junior, transferred from Virginia. He's originally from South Orange, New Jersey, is at the line where he shoots 91%. First free throw's up, it's good. We saw him warming up out here in front of us. This guy's got a nice stroke, Joe.
He certainly does, and he's got a combination of shots. He likes to take it off the dribble, but in space he can shoot it, come around screens for that 3.
Abdur Rahim makes the first 2 of the 3. Georgia up by 3. Rahim trying to make it a 4-point lead for the Dogs with 14 minutes to go in the first half, and he missed it. And the rebound pulled in by Georgia. Auburn had blue jerseys there, just didn't get the rebound.
Yeah, that's a little bit more about the want. It touched 2 Auburn players' hands and they let it go.
Hill on the wing against Donaldson. Inside the arc, Brings it top of the key down the right side. Head fake at 15. Out to the top of the circle, Raheem. Drives underneath, and that's a charge on Raheem. Trey Donaldson draws the charge against Jabri Abdur-Rahim.
And that's what I mentioned earlier about the speed of the game. When we pressure their guards in space, they go out of control. That's what Auburn has to do for 40 minutes.
Jabri's father, Sharif Rahim, a star at Callan in the NBA.
Now, what I saw earlier in our Georgia's defense is there's some creases for KD and Wendell to take the ball right to the basket.
KD tried to get the ball and threw it away, but gets the ball right back at the top of the circle. He was trying to set up Cardwell. Flanagan, right wing, Tigers trail by 3. 13:20 to go in the first half of play. Drive by KD, free throw line, in the lane, underneath for Dillon. Up with a shot, no, there was some contact, nothing called, Georgia ball.
Dillon took a bounce and went away from the basket rather than exploding right up and drawing a foul.
Holt down the right side of the lane, off the left side with a pass for Justin Hill. 19 to shoot, ball knocked out of his hand, off of Hill by Dylan Cardwell, and Auburn gets it. Good defensive play by Dylan Cardwell.
Quick hands, quick feet. What a great athlete. But he's got to want to score.
You hear Auburn coaches talk strip and rip all the time, and that's exactly what he did.
I never used that term, but he got it done.
13-10 Georgia. 12:55 to go in the first half of play. Donaldson, right wing Flanagan. Top of the circle, Cardwell. Left wing for KD, outside the arc. Down the left side of the lane for Jalen Williams. Williams posting up, turnaround jumper. It's no good. And the rebound pulled in by Hill. Tough start for Jalen at this ball game right now. Jalen 0 of 4 from the field.
Well, that Georgia defense is a little soft. We just have to find those gaps around the SEC logo and take those shots.
Hill gets a screen. Cardwell hedges. Donaldson recovers. Hill loses the ball, gets it back. Passes off the right side now for Holt. Holt with a screen. Down the right side, drives, gets a step, put it up. It was blocked. Rebounded by Georgia, and a stop by Anselm. And the Bulldogs lead by 5.
Well, just all the hustle by Anselm. He saw the shot go up, and he hustled to the backboard.
Cardwell got the block, but Auburn didn't get the rebound. And Georgia leads by 5, 15-10. Tigers down 5 with the ball. Williams, top of the circle, Cardwell. Flanagan, straightaway 3 ball, short. And the rebound pulled in off the left side by Moncrief. Brings the ball up the floor, Georgia by 5 with it. Hands the ball to Holt. Gets a screen, Johnson fights through it, picks up the dribble outside the arc. Gets the ball to Hill in the center circle. 15 to shoot for Georgia. Justin Hill drives down the lane, pushes off Donaldson. Donaldson recovers. Hill falls into Donaldson. There's a steal. No look. Cardwell drives to the hole. Reverse layup. He didn't get it. And Georgia has the ball. Auburn is 3 of 15 from the field. Drive by Moncrief to the hole. Up. He didn't get it. Rebound Jalen Williams. Outlet Allen Flanagan. Tigers 2 on 3 the other way. Allen drives to the hole, loses it out of bounds off of Georgia. And Auburn will keep it with 11:04 to go in the first half. And Auburn trailing by a score of 15-10. We've got a timeout. Auburn basketball brought to you by East Alabama Health. With more than 70 new physicians added in the past 4 years, they're growing their healthcare team to meet the growing needs of Auburn, Opelika, and the surrounding area. Tigers trail by 5. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hey, Tiger fans. Join Coach Johnny Harris and the Auburn women's basketball staff on the Coach Jay Show. The show airs live on location from Baumhauer's Victory Grill every Monday at 6 p.m. Get the latest updates on the Tigers from Coach Jay while enjoying delicious food from Baumhauer's. The show is available locally on FM Talk 93.9 FM and anywhere else on the Auburn Game Day app. Make your plans now to join us for the Coach Jay Show at Baumhauer's Victory Grill, Mondays at 6. War Eagle.
Conecuh Sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh Sausage is celebrating their 75th year. The Sessions family making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wing Creek Casino and WingCreekCasino.com.
That's brought to you by Great Southern Wood, makers of yellow wood, pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. One ranked team.
The 11:04 to go in the first half in Athens. Tigers trail 15-10, and it's been a struggle for Auburn Joe offensively. Just 3 of 15 from the field.
It has, and they haven't found the rhythm. They're taking some shots off balance. They have to be in a position now where they just slow down when they get the ball in the paint. Georgia's playing soft until you get in the lane and then trying to double, but just take the ball to the basket with a little bit more aggression.
Auburn's gone over 4 minutes without a basket. Drive by Wendell Green in the key. Cut off to the low post for Janai Broom. Throws it away, trying to get it into the corner for Yohan Traore. Georgia up the floor, up by 5. Off the left wing. Open 3, Abdur Rahim. Good. 8-point lead for Georgia.
And Rahim worked on that shot for 30 minutes in pregame.
He sure did. Georgia 18, Auburn 10. Broom at the top. Janai hands the ball back to Wendell. Straightaway 3. In and out. Rebound Georgia. Jalen Ingram for the Bulldogs. Up the floor across midcourt for Aquindo. Off the right side for Roberts. Remember, he has 2 fouls in this first half. 10-18 in the first. Georgia by 8 and with the basketball.
It just shows how important he is to this Georgia team.
They run the weave at the top. Aquindo straight away. Drives, gets underneath, and a block is called. It's going to be a block on Flanagan, and now we're going to see if that's going to be a flop on Allen. They called a block, and then Doug Schau's motioned like it was a possible flop. And it is. It is a flop on Allen Flanagan.
Wow.
So Georgia will shoot free throws and then have the basketball. My goodness gracious. They can take a double-digit lead. It will be Jabri Abdur Rahim, junior out of South Orange, New Jersey. Coming off a career-high 5 3-pointers last Wednesday in the win against Ryder.
I really thought there was a lot of contact on that reverse.
Rahim's free throw is good. They get 1. And Georgia goes to its bench. Justin Hill is in, replacing Roberts. Auburn ball. 10:08 in the first half. Tigers trail 21-10. Off the left side, Zasper. At the top, Traore. Left wing, Green. Low post, didn't get it to Broom, and a steal. Boy, turnover starting to become a factor right now for Auburn. Georgia ball leading Auburn by 11, 21-10. Hill outside the arc, picked up by Wendell Green. Georgia is 8 of 14 from the field, Auburn 3 of 16. Hill at the top. Rahim down to the low post, shot is up and it's missed by Bridges, rebounded by Auburn, and Broom is hurt. Here's Auburn the other way. Wendell Green drives into the lane, down to the shot, he goes up, he gets fouled, he'll go to the line for 2, and Janai Broom goes to the floor in the backcourt and is holding his right ankle. It seemed to happen on the missed shot by Georgia underneath the Bulldogs basket. He had trouble getting up the floor and then went down to the floor, and Clark Pearson, Auburn's athletic trainer, is out tending to Janai Broom. It appears to be his right ankle. That's the problem right now. Janai stays on his backside and is now going to get some help, and he will walk off the floor, but with a pretty big limp. At the other end of the floor, Wendell Green Jr. was fouled, and he goes to the line to shoot 2. The foul was called against Justin Hill.
But he made the block down here at this end, and then he turned to go up court, and I think he stepped on someone's foot.
Okay.
Right now, Auburn's got to find a way to put some points up.
21-10 Georgia. 9:25 in the first. Wendell at the line for 2 for Auburn. First is good.
You know, Georgia's playing a sagging man-for-man defense, and Auburn, is not being effective in terms of attacking it. They've got to find a way to set some screens down low and attack the rim.
Wendell makes both, cuts the lead to 9 with 9:25 in the first half. Tigers still struggling from the field at 3 of 16. Inbound almost to midcourt for Ingram. Brings it up the floor for Georgia. Drives, put it up. It was blocked by Johan Traore. It came down and hit Johan, who was out of bounds. So Georgia keeps it.
Great defensive play by Johan to extend himself and block that shot.
21-12, Georgia on top with the ball, 9:20 to go, first half of play. Hill will trigger baseline left. Auburn in the blue tops and bottoms, the orange numerals, white lettering. Georgia the home whites. Around the perimeter it goes. Into the right corner for Justin Hill. Picked up by Flanagan. Top of the circle, head fake at 3. Drive, low post, off of Bridges and out of bounds, Auburn ball. Try to bounce pass to the low post for Braylon Bridges, and it bounced off his hand, and the Tigers get it back, trailing by 9, 21-12, with 9:08 to go in the first half of play.
Well, Dylan can give you those defensive stops down there, and he plays with immense passion, but he's a solid defender and rebounder.
Green to Flanagan outside the arc on the left side. To Wendell between the rings. Green, right-hand dribble, hands the ball to Flanagan at the top. Traore right back to Allen inside the arc, free throw line. Down the lane, Flanagan finds a way to the hole and scores with 7 on the shot clock.
There it is.
Quickly up the floor, Georgia at the right side, McBride. Out to the top it comes for Hill. 21-14, Georgia, 8:31 to go in the first half of play. Hill, center circle, working on Zep Jasper. Bounce pass into the key for Ingram. Picked up by Traore. Ingram, right side, Bridges against Cardwell. 18-footer, in and out. Rebound comes to Wendell Green, up the floor for the Tigers. Wendell steps into a 3, missed it. Long, but it comes to Flanagan. Allen down the lane, lobs it underneath, throws it away. Was trying to get the ball to Traore. And here's Georgia the other way. McBride. Picked up by Cardwell. In the left corner, 3 ball for Georgia, missed. Weak side rebound, Cardwell. Up the left side for Jasper. Zep brings it up the floor inside the arc. On the left wing, Wendell Green 3. Didn't get it. Rebounds Zep Jasper. Drives to the hole, gets a guy in the air, goes up, and makes the shot with a foul on the play. He got his man in the air, Joe, was able to put it in.
Well, that's what you want to see from Zip. He's a great defensive player, but have that same passion at the offensive end. Attack the rim.
7:43 to go in the first half. Jasper cuts the lead to 5, is 21-16. Zep shoots a free throw when we come back. If you're searching for that perfect beach home, find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with the #1 RE/MAX agent in Alabama, Mindy Jones with RE/MAX Paradise. Begin your search by visiting mindy@paradise.com. Stay tuned, Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Auburn Bank celebrates Hall of Fame coach Sonny Smith as color analyst on the Auburn Sports Network. This is Sonny Says.
I'm going over the night before. I've never been to Atlanta overnight.
I find that hard to believe.
I got to think anything I say is hard to believe. I have a hard time believing it myself. Well put.
Sonny Says is presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
7:43 to go in the first half. Auburn on a 4-0 run right now. Make that a 6-0 run in the last minute, 42. And that foul against Zep Jasper going to the timeout break was also Braylon Bridges' second foul of the first half.
So you got two key components. You have Bridges and you have Roberts in foul trouble. So you still need to attack. You need to attack the paint. That's where we got to go to now. We're shooting 25%. There's nothing more than just taking the ball to the basket. And then,
we're still trying to figure out what resulted in the injury for Janai Broom, getting some texts that he did not step or roll his ankle on anyone. But he is out of the ball game for the Tigers. Auburn goes small now at this point. Jalen Williams is in playing the 5 right now for Auburn. And Zep Jasper's at the free throw line for the Tigers trying to get the and one. On that flop, by the way, against Flanagan, Auburn was also called for a goaltend on that play.
okay, well, Broom went to the floor. I left people texting. Well, tell me what it is. Don't tell me what it isn't. Let's get it going here. Okay, now with the point guards, Robertson and Hill now. I'm not playing them. I'm not playing them because they want to deliver the ball. I want to overplay the inside, take away those driving lanes.
Jasper missed the free throw, and the rebound pulled in by Juice Holtz. Roberts is out there at the point right now for the Bulldogs. Well, 21-16.
If Zep can turn him over, go ahead, but just get in the passing lane so he can't see the floor.
McBride, open 3 ball, missed it. Weak side rebound pulled in by Alan Flanagan. Auburn down by 5 with the ball, 7:21 in the first. Auburn on a 6-0 run. Chris Moore hands the ball at the top for Wendell Green.
Take it to the paint.
Green gets a screen from Moore, kicks it into the corner. Jasper, low post, Moore to the hole. Two-hand dunk. It's an 8-0 run by Auburn.
Hello, Chris Moore.
That's right. Under 7 minutes to go, first half. Tigers have cut the lead to 3. An 8-0 run for Auburn in the last 2 minutes and change.
Well, you're seeing some doubt now on this Georgia offense right now. You just got to keep the pressure, keep the vision of that ball away from those good shooters.
Roberts down the lane, got bumped on the drive. I think it'll go against Zep. It does.
Angles, it's all about angles. Zep was a little too high.
His second foul, and K.D. Johnson is into the lineup for Auburn as Jasper comes out. 6:43 first half. Georgia 21, Auburn 18. Bulldogs ball. Baseline left. Roberts will trigger. Bounce pass. Off the left side. Out to the top of the circle it comes for Anselm. Around the perimeter. To the right wing for Roberts for 3. No. Rebound to the floor. Auburn comes out of the crappy. Tigers down 3 and with the ball. Wendell Green across midcourt, hits Moore. Top of the circle, Wendell. Drives into the lane, spins, goes up for a shot, and the ball goes out of bounds, touched by Georgia. 22 to shoot for Auburn.
We just got to take, we're taking to the paint, but we got to take one more dribble and stay in control in that paint so you can knock down those shots. You know, I love these guys that shoot the floater, but when you shoot a floater, you got to climb the ladder. You go up, you don't go down.
Williams, low post. Flanagan gets his man in the air and draws the foul on Jusan Holt. And Allen will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Tigers. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. on the Auburn Sports Network.
Alan Flanagan to the line for the Tigers.
Auburn runs the flex cut, and Flanagan is wide open down below. But once again, that hesitation. When I'm catching it on the block, I'm jumping into the defense. And I want to absorb that contact, and I want to score.
He makes the first free throw, misses the second. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Georgia. Good defense by Chris Moore on that rebound.
And look who's in the game.
Here comes Leor Berman in the lineup for Auburn, replacing Flanagan. Auburn ball down 2. It's a 9-0 run for Auburn in the last 3:07. And Jabri Abdur-Rahim comes in for Georgia, replacing Frank Anselm.
Now he's the guy I'm worried about offensively, Rahim, because he's got 9 points already, and you know he's shooting with confidence. Nobody else is looking for that outside shot right now.
9-0 run for Auburn has cut the lead to 2. Wendell outside the arc, right side, drives inside the arc, goes to the hole off the glass. It falls. Wendell Green Jr. And it's an 11-0 run for Auburn right now. 6:01 to go.
Did we find a lane? Did we find a lane, Andy?
Absolutely. Tigers trail by, or Auburn has tied it at 21. Roberts in the center circle. Broom coming in at the next break for Auburn along with Trey Donaldson. Roberts underneath, throws it away, but it was off of Wendell Green's hand and out of bounds. And Broom returns to the lineup, so does Donaldson. Jalen Williams and Wendell Green come out for the Tigers. We're tied at 21. Auburn has made its last 3 shots. 11-0 run for Auburn. Georgia's gone 4-25 without a point. Georgia ball at the top. Off the left side it comes. McBride to Roberts. Drives on Berman and gets fouled by Leor. Roberts will go to the line to shoot 2 down the left side of the lane.
So you got to know your ability when you're guarding Roberts. Roberts wants to take the ball to the rack, so you can't get beat off the first dribble. You know, if you're guarding me, you have to be 2 steps back. If I'm guarding you, I only have to be 1 step back. But that's playing the game. You got to understand your angles and how not to give him extra possessions.
Roberts is an 84% free throw shooter. He'll get a couple, and the first is good, and that stops Auburn's 11-0 run.
I stand corrected. I think you'd have to be 3 steps back from my width of my electric
Yes,
feet.
well, there's no question about that now. Electric is the word I would use.
Yes.
Roberts makes both. Georgia by 2. 5:34 to go in the first half of play. Donaldson up the floor on the right-hand dribble.
We have Broom back in the game.
Donaldson top of the circle. Chris Moore outside the arc. Throws off the right side of the lane for Janai.
Now attack.
14 to shoot. Broom wants to get it back out to the wing. Now puts it on the floor. Gets doubled. Looking for help. Gets out of traffic. Loses the ball. Gets it back. 5 to shoot. Donaldson. Low post. Moore. Up for a shot. It was blocked, and Georgia gets it on a shot clock violation. But Janai looked like he wanted to pass, and then it took so much time off the clock.
Yeah, he caught it in a great space. All he had is a reverse pivot. Yeah. And he does have that face-up game. He's just got to see it now, what the defense is giving you, and take that face-up and take the 10-foot jumper.
Georgia by 2. 4:57 to go in the first half of play. Georgia's led by as much as 11. Georgia ball. Roberts out at the right wing, working on Leor Berman. Down the right side of the lane. They get it to the low post. Bridges turnaround jumper, no. Rebound out of there to Broom. KD Johnson up the floor with Leor Berman. KD from Leor for 3 in the lead, short. Rebound, Broom taps it out, it comes to Georgia. Bridges was trailing the play, and he got the rebound. Spin by Roberts, top of the circle, free throw line. From 15, he banked up and he missed it. Rebound tapped up and missed. Rebound on the floor comes to Berman. Baseball pass off the right side for Donaldson. Trey drives to the hole, head fake, up and under, and he's fouled in the play. The foul will go against Juice Holt. That's his second foul. And Trey Donaldson goes to the line to shoot a couple for the Tigers. Out of Florida State University School in Tallahassee. Father Rodney played basketball at Troy. Coming off of a career-high 7 assists against Washington. He had career-high in scoring at USC with 12, and then followed that up with 7 assists at Washington.
Trey does a good job of showing his basketball IQ, bringing the ball up the floor under control, slows down his dribble by the basket, can cross over and draw the foul. That's what Auburn needs to do right now. Still seek contact in the lane, draw the foul, and knock down the shot.
Williams is in for Auburn, replacing Moore. Trey Donaldson made that first free throw, cuts the lead to 1. 4:17 to go in the first half of play. Trey could tie it. Missed it. Rebound off of Georgia. Nope, it was off of Berman. No, it was off of Georgia, excuse me. Auburn ball down 1. 4:16 first half. Flanagan into the lineup quickly for Auburn, replacing Berman. Georgia goes to its bench. They bring Bridges out with 2 fouls, and they bring Frank Anselm back in. Auburn down 1 with the ball. Inbound comes to Flanagan. At the top of the circle, drives to the free throw line from 15, bang! And Auburn has the lead. 24-23 Tigers.
It's great when you shoot the ball under control. You have a chance. Great rhythm.
Roberts down the lane, drives to the hole, and he scores for Georgia. Georgia back up by 1. 3:51 to go in the first half. Auburn has made 4 of its last 5. Georgia just 1 of its last 9. Auburn ball down 1. Donaldson down the left side. They throw it away. Ball is saved, and another steal. And then the ball is loose, and it comes to Johnson. KD drives to the hole, reverse layup, missed. Rebound, Johnson. KD back up, no contact, no foul. Georgia will get the ball. Man. 3:29 to go in this first half of play. Auburn trails Georgia by 1, 25-24. Stay tuned, friends. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Basketball Review is your weekly recap and preview of what's happening with the Tigers. Highlights, interviews, special features, plus Bruce Pearl's breakdown of what the Tigers are doing in the week ahead. Find the show on stations throughout Alabama, Valley Sports Southeast, the Auburn Tigers channel on YouTube, and auburntigers.com. Look for the Auburn Basketball Review this weekend.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their
Brad will take it.
speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Coming up on the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report, we'll check scores of the 6 o'clock Central Time wave of games that are just getting
Both teams, Bradford, have 7 turnovers in the first half. Georgia's taken better advantage, outscoring Auburn off turnovers 8-5. Georgia's outscored Auburn in the paint 14-10, but Auburn has outscored Georgia on second chance points 13-4. Georgia led by as much as 11 in this first half, but Auburn went on a 11-0 run. Had the lead briefly. Georgia up by 1, 25-24. Auburn continues to hit the glass. Auburn has out-rebounded Georgia 25-15, and that includes 10 offensive rebounds for Auburn. Broom, Green, Williams, Johnson, and Flanagan, the Auburn 5. Raheem, Oquindo, Roberts, Moncrief, and Anselm.
Yeah, we've got
Georgia.
We've got to slow Roberts down a little bit now, and he's their leading scorer. We're getting way too close to him. He wants to have that leverage to get you on his back and take the ball to the rim.
He has 8 points, gets it on the low post against Flanagan, spins to the hole. He didn't get it, but the rebound tap up and missed. Rebound out of bounds off of Broom. He could not shed Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Georgia keeps it. 20 to shoot for the Bulldogs with 3:10 to go in this first half of play. Georgia by 1. Georgia ball out of bounds, baseline left. Roberts will trigger. Flanagan in his face. Roberts, the inbound off the left side for Anselm. Tied up by Broom, gets the ball to Roberts in the corner for a 3. It's good. Georgia by 4.
Need to identify with the hot end, and that's 0 right now.
He has 11 points to lead all scorers. Georgia 28, Auburn 24, 2:50 in the first half. Wendell Green at the top. He'll pop a 3 straight away. Didn't get it. Auburn struggling from the three-point line tonight. The Tigers are 2 of 9. Georgia ball leading by 4. Roberts on the wing inside the arc. Now spins to the baseline. Up from 16. Didn't get it. Rebound tapped up, and it's good for Georgia by Anselm. Georgia by 6. Auburn ball. Green to the hole. Tried to hand the ball to Broom, and he threw it away. Georgia the other way. Drive to the hole by the Bulldogs, and a whistle and a foul on Auburn. The foul will go against K.D. Johnson. It's his second. And Georgia has the ball at the free throw line to shoot a couple. Bulldogs on a 7-0 run right now. Georgia went on a 10-0 run in the first half. Auburn responded with an 11-0 run. Now Georgia on an 8-0 run.
We bailed Oquendo out on that. There's 4 Auburn defenders back there, and he takes it in and creates a foul situation.
Oquendo made the first free throw. He missed the second. The rebound Broom, and he's fouled from behind. The foul will go against Moncrief, and it will put Janai at the line for a 1 and bonus for Auburn. That was something said between Broom and Moncrief after the foul.
I think they got a little nervous. Moncrief was complaining about the foul call. He wasn't.
Broom at the line, a 1 and bonus.
Yeah, he wasn't going at Broom.
Free throw by Janai is missed. Rebound tapped by Georgia. That goes out of bounds. It's Auburn ball. With 2:15 to go in the first half. An 8-0 run right now by Georgia. The Bulldogs lead Auburn 31-24. Auburn ball down the right sideline. Flanagan will trigger near the corner for Auburn.
Tough situation being in that corner. Got to make hard cuts to the ball.
At the top, Jalen. To Broom, hands the ball to Green. Wendell outside the arc, bounce past Jalen. At vacant 3, now to Gwendol. Green off the right side into the key. Bounce past Broom outside the lane. Drives to the hole against Anselm. Turns, shoots, and didn't get it. Rebound underneath Auburn. Shot is up, missed by Flanagan. Then a whistle, and Georgia lost the ball out of bounds. And then they got Flanagan for a foul. The official away from the ball called Flanagan for a foul. It was going to be Auburn basketball. And Georgia goes to the free throw line. Foul is the second for Allen. Auburn was going to get the ball, but they called, one official gave the ball to Auburn. The off-ball official is the one that called the foul on Allen. And Oquendo at the line to shoot a 1 and bonus for Georgia. And Chris Moore will come in for Auburn, replacing Alan Flanagan, who picked up his second foul. Georgia on an 8-0 run, leads Auburn by 7 with 1:56 to go in the first half, 31-24.
Basketball's all about game of runs. Now Auburn's got to find a way to slow them down this last minute and a half.
Oquendo makes the first free throw. Caro Oquendo, a junior from Titusville, Florida. Preseason second team All-SEC. And he knocks home both free throws. And Georgia, right now on a 9-0 run, leads Auburn. Make that a 10-0 run, 33-24. They've had 2 of those in the first half. Down the left side of the lane, Broom outside the lane. Double teamed there. Skip past Moore. Wendell drives to the free throw line, down the lane, goes up for a shot, draws the foul, and makes the shot. Wendell at the line for the and one. Foul goes against number 1, Jabri Abdur-Rahim, his second.
When they do get into the lane under control, good things happen for this Auburn team.
And Wendell at the line, a chance for a three-point play. And here comes Berman back in, replacing KD. Remember, KD has 2 fouls. You don't want KD picking up his third here in the last 1:37 of the first half. Before Wendell can shoot the free throw, they ask him to tuck in his shirt.
You know, all these guys have issues with that, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Why don't we design a uniform that is just one piece? And we wouldn't have stoppage of play.
Okay.
I'm expecting to get some text messages on that.
And you should. Wendell's free throw is in the air. It's good. A three-point play for Wendell. That stops a 10-0 run by Georgia. Trims the lead to 33-27. A minute 37 to go in the first half. Georgia brings McBride back into the lineup. And Hill is in at the point for Roberts, who has... Well, Roberts stayed on the floor, so they have 2 point guards out there, and Roberts brings it across the floor. 33-27 Georgia. Roberts to Oquendo, outside the arc against Leor. Steps into a 3-ball. Got it. 36-27 Georgia. Georgia now 4 of 8 from the 3. Auburn is 2 of 10. Green, left wing, Berman. He'll pop a 3. It's good. The Berminator from the left wing. Cuts the lead back to 7. To 6, 36-30. 57 seconds to go in the first half. Roberts across midcourt. Picks up Leor Berman, top of the circle. Drives on Leor down the lane and throws it out of bounds. They're going to say Auburn touched it. Auburn didn't touch that ball. Auburn didn't touch that ball. They're going to give the ball to Georgia here with 16 on the shot clock. And Doug Shouse is getting no help from the other 2 officials. Georgia ball. Inbound into the corner for Oquendo. Around the perimeter it goes. Hill, Roberts working on Chris Moore. Step back, 3-ball, Roberts. Barely drew iron. Rebound comes to Chris. Outlet Wendell Green up the floor. Wendell drives to the hole. Goes up for the shot. It's blocked. Wendell goes down hard. Here's Georgia the other way with numbers. Oquendo drives to the hole. Up for a shot, no. Rebound tapped out, and it comes to Roberts for Georgia. Hill, underneath, ball knocked away, comes right to Roberts, who lays it in with 14 seconds in the first half. Georgia by 8. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout called by Georgia. Boy, all of that happened when it looked like Auburn was going to get the ball. And it didn't appear from our angle that ball was tipped by Auburn. But Doug Shouse certainly gave the ball to Georgia.
And he didn't look for any help. He didn't look for any help.
You're right. .8 seconds to go in the first half. Georgia leads by 8. Auburn basketball. Brad Law with the Kanaka Sausage halftime report coming up. Georgia has gone on 2 10-0 runs in this first half, led by as many as 11. Auburn came back and took the lead, but Georgia has gone on a run at the end of the first half and leads Auburn by 8. Auburn basketball trailing 38-30, 12.8 seconds to go. Georgia gets Roberts out of the ball game, by the way, with his 2 fouls. Ball picked up at midcourt by Wendell Green. Down to 10. Wendell hits Jalen Williams into the lane for Broom. Janai turnaround with the left hand. It didn't go. Rebound tapped up and missed by Auburn. Rebound Georgia from a Ross midcourt. Shot is up by the Bulldogs. It's missed. And Georgia leads Auburn by 8 at the break. A first half where Auburn shot 10 of 33 from the field, went 3 of 11 from the three-point strike. Georgia 13 of 31 from the field and was 4 of 9 from the three-point stripe. Turnovers, 8 for Auburn and 7 for Georgia. It's halftime in Athens, and Auburn's going to have to come from behind in the second half tonight. Georgia 38, Auburn 30. Time now for the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report, and here is Brad Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. Just to sort of piggyback on that point, Auburn shooting 30% in the first half. Leading scorers, Wendell Green Jr., Jalen Williams, they average 23 points a game between them. They were a combined 2 for 13 in the first half and 0 of 6 from long range. And even so, Auburn is hanging around. They're within 8 on the road. We have seen Auburn come from behind successfully this year. They'll need to do it on the road in Athens here tonight. 38-30 is your score, and this is the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report. Conecuh Sausage Company, proud to be the official smoked sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Make Conecuh Sausage part of your game day and family traditions. Let's get things started with a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. One other SEC game going on right now. Texas A&M didn't bring their jerseys to the arena in Gainesville for the start of the Florida game, so the Gators got to shoot a technical free throw. It was 1-0 Florida before tip-off. And then the game tipped off, and Florida's barely been able to hold a possession. They have 4 turnovers in the first 5.5 minutes of the game. Texas A&M leads 10-6, 13 and change to go in the first half in that matchup. Some other scores of games in progress now. NC State has scored 18 of the first 20 points of the game against number 16 Duke. They played 10 minutes over in Raleigh. Wolfpack lead the Blue Devils 18-2. In Norman, in Big 12 action tonight, 25th ranked Iowa State leading Oklahoma 25-13 midway through the first half in that matchup. Also tonight, outside of the top 25 in the Big 10, Michigan leads Penn State 28-20. 8 minutes to go in the first half of that contest, and a final score as the College of Charleston got to 15 wins on the season. The Cougars ranked number 23, winners over North Carolina A&T 92-79. Still to come in SEC play tonight. It's a top 20 showdown in Fayetteville. Number 20 Missouri taking on 13th ranked Arkansas. Missouri has put together back-to-back wins against top 25 teams. Kobe Brown has scored 30 points in both of those games. These are two defensive-minded clubs. Missouri, number 1 in the SEC in steals. Arkansas, number 3. They're the top 2 teams in turnover margin. Arkansas started 0-3 in the SEC a season ago, trying to avoid an 0-2 start to conference play this season. Hogs are 7-0 at home. A lot of bullet points that make this an intriguing game at Bud Walton Arena. Missouri and Arkansas tip it off in just a little more than an hour. Our score at the half, it's Georgia leading Auburn 38-30. And a quick look at Auburn athletics coming your way next when we come back to the Auburn Sports Network studios. Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Follow the action all season as Auburn women's basketball rebuilds a championship foundation inside Neville Arena and throughout the SEC. Coach Johnny Harris and staff have a young and talented roster, and every game promises fast-paced competition. Games are available in the Auburn area on FM Talk 93.9 FM and everywhere else by downloading the Auburn Game Day app. Check the schedule at auburntigers.com and tune in all season long for Auburn women's basketball.
War Eagle, a tradition that can mean hello or goodbye. It's our battle cry, our family. It's what Auburn is all about. Ford Motor Company has a powerful tradition too, an unwavering commitment to build smarter, tougher, more dependable trucks. Ford F-150, it's a truck I drive and the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Visit buyfordnow.com or your local Ford dealer. Tell them Coach Pearl sent you.
Not all models, trims, or features may be available. Contact your dealer for more information.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Thanks for choosing Whataburger. What can I get started for you?
At Whataburger, each meal is made to order, so you can always get exactly what you crave. If that's a Whataburger What-A-Meal, you got it. But if you're in the mood for something a little more you, Like a Whataburger with grilled onions, crispy bacon, and creamy pepper sauce. Go for it. March to the beat of your own drum. Bite into the beef of your own Whataburger creation. Whataburger, just like you like it.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios on the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report. Tigers trailed Georgia in Athens 38-30 here at the half. Elsewhere around Auburn athletics, the spring swimming and diving season got underway today in Auburn as the Tigers knocked off Texas A&M, both the men and women victorious as the new calendar year kicks off with a victory for Auburn swimming. Don't miss head coach Ryan Wakamirka with us on Tiger Talk tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Central Time. We'll be broadcast in Auburn. Coach Pearl, Zep Jasper, and Coach Wakamirka will join us on the program. Also tomorrow at 6 o'clock Central Time, women's basketball takes aim at top-ranked South Carolina. Play this matchup in Columbia tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Central. Tigers still hoping to get Honesty Scott Grayson, one of the senior leaders, top scorers on the team, back. She has missed the last couple of games due to injury, and certainly a big test against number 1 South Carolina tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Central in Columbia. Gymnastics gets the season going this weekend out in Las Vegas at the Super 16 Challenge. Jeff Graba and company, a veteran squad, are paired with or in a pool with Oklahoma, Michigan, and UCLA for this terrific event, the Super 16 Challenge in Las Vegas. It is what gets the gymnastics season going over the weekend, and you can check that out. You can find out more about that event at auburntigers.com. Men's and women's tennis will get underway in about a week and a half, and both teams are ranked in the top 25 to start the season. Men's tennis ranked in the top 25, checking in at number 24 for the Tigers as they get the season started a little later this month. The women's team ranked number 15 in the preseason polls. So as we turn the calendar to 2023, the calendar is going to get packed again with lots of events, and the Tigers are right there in those national rankings, right in the thick of it, no matter the sport. Men's basketball trailing Georgia 38-30. 22nd ranked Tigers trying to play catch-up in the second half. We'll tell you how we got to this point. A look at the first half stats are next when the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Report continues in a moment.
Conecuh Sausage is a product we all know and love, and it's the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, patented blend of seasonings, all natural casings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog or premium hot dog while watching the Tigers, and make Conecuh part of your game day or any day. Conecuh Sausage is celebrating their 75th year. The Sessions family making their premium smoked sausage in Evergreen, Alabama. Be sure to visit the new Conecuh gift shop right off I-65 at exit 96.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our 2-year maintenance plan at no cost to you. Toyota, let's go places. Toyota Care covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. 24-hour roadside assistance is also included for 2 years and unlimited mileage. See Toyota dealer for details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. Expires January 31st, 2023.
Do you want to know the secret to making a Whataburger? The secret is, there is no secret. It's simple. We make every Whataburger hot, fresh, and made to order with our never frozen 100% American beef patties, crisp, juicy veggies, fresh toasted buns, and most importantly, we don't start cooking until after you order. Now, if you want to know an actual secret, I put grilled jalapenos on my Whataburger. Whataburger, just like you like it.
9-0 run for Auburn has cut the lead to 2. Wendell outside the arc, right side. Drives inside the arc, goes to the hole, off the glass. It falls. Wendell Green Jr. And it's an 11-0 run for Auburn right now. 6:01 to go.
That tied the game at 21. in the latter stages of the first half. Tigers took the first lead of the first half with about 4.5 minutes to go in the half. But then Georgia responded. It has been a game of runs, as it usually is, and the Bulldogs lead the Tigers 38-30 here at halftime. The halftime numbers are brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others against COVID and flu. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. Well, Auburn shooting just 30% for the game. A slow start offensively for the Tigers. 10 of 33 from the floor, 3 of 11 from long range, 7 of 11 at the free throw line. Georgia, by comparison, made 3 more shots, took 2 fewer shots. Bulldogs shot 42% in the first half, 13 of 31. Bulldogs were 4 of 9 from distance and 8 of 10 at the free throw line. Auburn with a big edge on the glass early. Georgia certainly closed that window just a bit. 24-22, Auburn had the edge on the glass. Offensive rebounds, Tigers with 12. Second chance points, 13-9 in favor of Auburn. But most of the other team numbers went the way of the Bulldogs in the first half. Points in the paint were +6 for them at 18-12. They were able to take advantage of 7 steals in the first half. Georgia with 7 assists on 13 made shots. Auburn 4 assists on 10 made field goals. And one of the strengths for Auburn against Florida was its ball movement. Assist to made buckets, closer to a 1-on-1 ratio than what Auburn has seen so far in this game. Again, Wendell Green Jr. held to 2 of 9 shooting, 7 points. He and Janai Broome were the leading scorers for the Tigers at 7 apiece. Broome 2 for 5. He added 5 rebounds, a team best. Jalen Williams held scoreless in the first half. No doubt that he was a defensive focus for Georgia. He was limited to 0 of 4 shooting, 0 of 1 from distance. He did pull down 3 rebounds in the first half. Also scoring for the Tigers, Alan Flanagan, 5 points, 3 rebounds in the first half. 3 points apiece for Leor Berman and K.D. Johnson. 2 points for Zep Jasper and Chris Moore. Moore pulled down 4 boards, and then 1 single point on 1 of 2 at the free throw line for the freshman Trey Donaldson. Georgia put 2 in double figures in the first half. Terry Roberts scored 13, and Cario Oquendo added 11. It all adds up to an 8-point deficit. Some work to do in the second half for the Tigers. Again, your score, Georgia 38, Auburn 30.
You've been listening to the Conecuh Sausage Halftime Show. Make Conecuh Sausage part of your game day. Still family owned and made in Evergreen, Alabama since 1947. The second half is 2 minutes away. This is the Auburn Sports Network. Download the Auburn Game Day app. Find tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways. Shop the latest Auburn gear. Stay current with a comprehensive social media stream. Participate in game day light shows. Plus, listen to every Auburn Sports Network broadcast, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously. On the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Get it today.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats, that powerful moment connects us all.
Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Power for a better Alabama.
Hey, Tiger fans, this is Andy Burcham. The Auburn experience, you know it. There's nothing else like it. It's what binds us together as the Auburn family. And when you give to Auburn, you build on a strong foundation. Your gift opens doors of opportunity for top students, recruits exceptional faculty, and fuels innovative research. This is what creates our unique Auburn experience. And your gift makes it possible today and for generations to come. Give today at auburngiving.org.
When you see the SEC student athlete, it's easy to picture the swing, the stance, the form. But look closer, and you'll see the heart, the brain, the clutch lab partner, the avid two-stepper, the pride of a hometown, and a little brother's hero. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
But he found they shouldn't have. Okay, so we shot a 1-on-1 at one point we shouldn't have. So we're going to take a point
The second half spark is brought to you by the finest electricians in the world, the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613.
37-30, Auburn down by, well, the scoreboard here says 37-30. Our official stats have 38-30. I'm going to go with the official stats for right now. Joe Champion, what do you look for a spark for Auburn here in the second half?
Well, defensively, we have to find a way to slow down Oquendo and Roberts, take them out of a rhythm, and then offensively, we've got to find Jalen Williams and Janai Broom. One of them have to come to the game right now.
Yeah, Janai in the first half of play was just 1 of 3, and Jalen was 0 of 4 in the first half of play.
They're catching the ball inside, and they're hesitant on being explosive. They haven't had a shot blocked, but when they put it on the floor, Georgia's coming the weak side post defender and double teaming the ball.
If you're watching the game with us tonight, you'll notice that Chris Moore here in the second half will be wearing number 41. I don't know if he has a ripped jersey or a stain on the jersey, but he is wearing, instead of number 5 in the second half, he's wearing 41 in the second half. Auburn trails by 7, so it is 37-30 at halftime. And Auburn will have the ball to open the second half of play. Auburn's starting 5 of Green, Jasper, Moore, Williams, and Broom. It's the original 5 for Georgia. Roberts, Oquendo, McBride, Moncrief, and Bridges. Jalen Williams, 3 ball left side. That's how he starts the second half with a 3.
Jalen, get excited. You just scored. Get excited, man.
Auburn cuts the lead to 4. It's 37-33. Jalen Williams, first made basket of the night. Roberts up the floor, working on Zep Jasper across midcourt. In the center circle.
That was set up all by BP to make sure Jalen got involved early, and he did.
Oquendo, top of the circle, lost it, got the ball back. Drives to the free throw line, down the lane, goes off the glass, and scores.
We have to double team him. Just take him out of his rhythm.
39-33 Georgia. Just the start of things in the second half from Athens. 19-11 second half, Auburn ball. Wendell drives off the right side, drives to the basket, goes up for a shot, didn't get it. He goes down. There was contact, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Georgia, or off of Auburn. Georgia has it. We're not seeing a lot of argument with the officials right now either on the contact or the possible contact underneath. Georgia by 6 and with the basketball.
They're letting the contact go to the, when you're in the paint, so be effective.
You got to go up strong.
Yeah. You got to seek contact. You can't let them bump into you. You got to go into their chest first.
Oquendo outside the arc on Chris Moore. Puts up a 3 ball. Swish.
Got to find a way to keep it out of his hands.
Oquendo with 5 points to open the second half. Georgia up by 9. 42-33. Green, right wing, Moore. Chris at the top. Janai Broom open for a 3. Good, his second of the night. Janai Broom's second and third 3-pointers here in the ball game. Cuts the lead back to 6, 42-36, 18-20 in the second half, Georgia ball. Roberts across midcourt, picked up by Zep Jasper. Drifts off the left side. Now centers the ball, top of the key. Throws it off the left side with a pass for Moncrief. Into the corner for Oquendo, guarded by Chris Moore. Back to Moncrief on the wing, top of the circle, Roberts. Shot clock at 7. Roberts drives, gets cut off by Jalen. Drives again to the basket, reverse layup, missed it. Rebound tapped up and in by Georgia. They've scored on every possession in the second half. Bulldogs 44, Auburn 36. Jasper to Wendell Green at the top. Wendell given the 3, gets a screen for Moore. Off the right side, Janai. Here's another 3 for Broom. This one's no good. Hits off the top of the backboard and goes out. And Georgia will be fine with Janai Broom taking 3 points.
So extended it out to the floor, certainly. They'll give that shot because you just look at the stats.
44-36 Georgia, 17-23, make that 17-30 to go in the second half. Roberts in the center circle, spins, picks up the dribble. Left side for Moncrief, outside the arc against Jalen Williams. Crossover dribble down the lane. at the free throw line. Backs down Jalen, up for the shot, no, but a foul on Jalen Williams. And now Bruce Pearl says something to the officials of, listen, you're going to call that at one end, you better start calling it at the other. And Moncrief is at the line to shoot 2. 17-14 in the second half. Bulldogs lead Auburn by 8. Moncrief gets a couple. First one is an air ball, and it didn't come close. I mean, it did not come close to the rim.
Well, good thing he's at home because...
Woo! Boy, boy, if he were on the road with that. Makes the second free throw. Georgia by 9. 17-12 to go in the second half. 45-36 Bulldogs. Wendell picks up the dribble, gets the ball to Jalen. Outside the arc, drives on Broom, whistle and a foul. It'll be a hand check on Moncrief. It's his second. Auburn ball out of bounds down the right sideline.
I could see him let him being physical in the paint, but on the perimeter, you've got to save the ball handler because that's advantage defender.
Inbound Wendell. Around the perimeter, Jasper. Free throw line, Jalen. From 14, he didn't get it. Well, that shot normally falls for Jalen. Georgia on the break. Roberts drives all the way up the floor, gets knocked to the floor by Wendell. Stops the clock with 16:54 to go in the second half, and Georgia leads by 9, 45-36. Offensively, it has been a struggle for Auburn shooting the ball tonight, 12 of 38.
And Roberts keeps attacking the paint off the dribble, and we just can't find a way to slow him down. He's extended the game for this Georgia offense by getting it into the paint time and time again.
He will trigger baseline right, 25 to shoot for the Dogs. Auburn down by 9, Georgia basketball. Lobs it, top of the circle. Moncrief to the wing for Roberts. Wants to go low post, does. Bridges drives on Broom off the glass, didn't get it. And then Moncrief came over the back of the Auburn defender and is called for the foul. That's the third foul on Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
You know, Moncrief is like most post players. They never foul. He just knocks his ears off that time and puts his hands on his shoulders, but he didn't foul him.
Moncrief will come out with those 3 fouls, whether he did it or not.
I'd leave him in the game.
Yeah, Jalen Ingram will come in to replace him at the 4. Auburn ball down 9. Jasper, Wendell.
Here comes a 2-3 zone now.
Yeah, they are. Wendell, head fake at 3. Down to the baseline, head fake Jalen. Left wing Jasper 3. Switch! Zep Jasper with his 9th 3 of the year. Quickly the other end, Georgia. Shot is up, it was blocked. Here's Auburn the other way. Jasper leads the break for Auburn. Zep to the wing. Jalen goes baseline. Drives and a whistle and a foul. There'll be a hand check on the floor against Georgia. And Auburn using a little bit of tempo that time. Joe?
On that rebound, you get the drive. Zep comes up with the ball, and you just put pressure on that defense. And we've got enough ball handlers, Andy, that can take the ball to the rack on 2 and 3 dribbles.
Jalen blocked Oquendo at one end of the floor, and then Jalen was fouled at the other. Auburn ball, trailing 45-39. Inbound underneath, double hand dunk by Chris Moore.
It was all created by Janai Broom, setting a back screen. But Chris Moore comes over hard, shoulders low to the ground, catches, and throws it down.
And that cuts the lead to 4 with 16 minutes to go in the second half. Georgia ball, Roberts in the center circle. Timeout, Georgia, and a timeout here in Athens. 15:55 to go in the second half. Georgia leads Auburn by 4, 45-41. Second half presented by Wind Creek Hotel and Casino. With 3 Alabama locations in Atmore, Montgomery, and Wetumpka, you can escape every day at Wind Creek Hotel and Casino and online at windcreek.com. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
We've all fallen into boring routines. We just keep doing what has to get done. Isn't it time to escape the old routine and make time for yourself? Make time to go out with old friends. Make time to add excitement back into your life. Make time to feel like a winner again. Life is more fun when you live it. So what are you waiting for? Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and windcreekcasino.com. If you have certain chronic conditions, such as
heart disease,
asthma,
Diabetes.
and you're 19 years of age or older,
52,
36.
42.
you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated
with Prevnar 20.
Follow the Tigers on Twitter at
Georgia 45, Auburn 41. Tigers shooting the ball a little bit better in the second half, and especially Joe Champion from range. 3 of 4 from the three-point stripe for the Tigers in the second half.
We found some rhythm in terms of a nice flow to the offense. You know, with Williams getting the shot up top, then kicking it back to Zepp. Just you got to stay with that tempo now. It's a good flow, and players are catching it in rhythm and getting their shots.
Wendell Green Jr., Zepp Jasper, Chris Moore wearing number 41 in the second half. Jalen Williams and Janai Broom, the Auburn 5. Roberts, Oquendo, Bridges, Abdul Rahim, ball down the right sideline for the Bulldogs as Jalen Ingram triggers for Georgia. Auburn jumps into a trap. Roberts gets it off the right side for Ingram. He's in a trap. Now to Roberts, breaks the press, down the lane, off the glass, he scores. Well, he broke that trap by himself. 15:36 second half, Georgia 47, Auburn 41.
Well, I give Coach Pearl credit. He came out on a defensive timeout and tried a 1-3-1 trap, and sometimes offense trumps defense.
Wendell Green gets the ball to Janai Broom, tries to pass it underneath for Moore, and it never got there. Here's Roberts the other way for Georgia. He dribbles through a double team, left wing. Ingram top of the circle, rather Oquendo top of the circle for Roberts. Trey Donaldson at the next break for Auburn to come in, along with Allen Flanagan. Georgia by 6 and with the ball. 47-41 Bulldogs. 15 minutes to go in the second half. Low post, Bridges knocked away from behind by Broom, ahead to Wendell. Green off the right wing, outside the arc. Backs it up now. He's picked up by Bridges. Top of the circle, Jalen. Back out to the outside, it comes to Wendell. 16 to shoot for Auburn. Now Jalen, left side of the key. To Wendell. Against Bridges, head fake. Goes up for a 3 and gets fouled on the play. Smart play by Wendell Green Jr., and that is the third foul on Bridges. And Wendell's at the line to shoot 3. When we come back, 14:37 to go in the second half of play. Georgia 47, Auburn 41. Auburn shoots free throws when we return. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Check out the Talking Tigers podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. The Talking Tigers podcast is a series of one-on-one interviews hosted by the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham. Each week, Andy is joined by a featured guest with Auburn ties from athletics, entertainment, and other walks of life. Past legends and present trailblazers, insightful and entertaining. It's the Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham. Like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts today.
When we say we're an everything school, we mean it. Since 1872, Auburn University graduates from the College of Agriculture and the Samuel Ginn College of Engineering have built on the land-grant mission to drive economic development, improve quality of life, promote social well-being, and enhance national security. Celebrating 150 years, come see why Auburn's College of Agriculture and Ginn College of Engineering continue to be pillars of the past, pioneers of the present, and foundations for the future. Visit auburn.edu.
It's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. COVID and flu vaccines are an important tool to help stop the pandemic. The Alabama Department of Public Health is offering the COVID and flu vaccines to anyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu. The COVID and flu vaccines are safe, effective, and free. COVID and flu are still on the rise. Don't let COVID and flu stop you from supporting your favorite team. Continue to help protect yourself, your friends, and our campus by getting the COVID and flu vaccines. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Brad Law checking the Yellowwood scoreboard from the Auburn Sports Network studios. Florida having another slow night shooting the basketball. Texas A&M leads in Gainesville 28-19, under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Top 25 outside the SEC. Over in the ACC, Georgia Tech leads 12th-ranked Miami at the half, 39-35. And down among all those crazy Wolfpack fans in Raleigh, NC State doubling up. Number 16 Duke at the half, 44-22.
All right, apparently it was not a shooting foul for Wendell. He's out of the game. Donaldson is in, and Auburn has the ball out of bounds down the left sideline. Inbound comes to Jalen Williams. Dylan Cardwell also in the Auburn lineup as well. Hands the ball to Flanagan, gets the ball back. Boy, Auburn a little tentative with some of its passing tonight. Shot clock at 9 for Auburn. Donaldson with 7. Brings it out to the point. There in his own. Donaldson steps into a 3 and missed it. Boy, Cardwell almost got pulled down on that rebound, and here's Georgia the other way. Holy cow. Georgia basketball. Leading Auburn by 6, 14-03. Oquendo to the hole in the back door. Jams it home. Oquendo now with 17. He and Roberts have combined for 27 of Georgia's 49 points. Auburn down 8. Donaldson, no look, Jalen in the lane. Back out to the wing, Flanagan. Head fake at 3, pops a 3, missed it short. And the rebound to Justin Hill. Up the floor for the Bulldogs. Hill driving on Cardwell. Cut off, kicks it to the corner. 3 ball from the corner. It's missed. Rebound on the weak side, K.D. Johnson. Auburn down 8 with the ball. K.D. between the rings to Jalen Williams. Now K.D. off the left wing for Donaldson to K.D. Crowd reacts every time he has the ball. K.D. drives off the right side, drives, kicks it on the wing for Flanagan. Drives down the lane, head fake twice. Head fake, nope, left wing Donaldson. 6 to shoot, Trey to the hole. Wrap around Cardwell, out to the wing, Flanagan, inside the arc, 18-footer, good. Auburn used every bit of that shot clock and trims the lead to 6, 49-43 Georgia, with 12:53 to go in the second half. Hill up the floor for the Bulldogs. Across midcourt. Takes a look at the Auburn defense. Gets a a screen. Cardwell with a hedge out there. Now top of the circle it comes for Ingram. Off the right side, drive. They get it underneath. Shot is up and a whistle to foul.
Georgia decides to go with a 1-4 flat to give their guards both, Roberts and Hill more space to deal in, and Auburn's got to find a way just to contain. Right now Hill's out there, and he's doing a great job of breaking the Auburn defense down.
Foul against Flanagan. We'll send Frank Anselm to the free throw line, 72%. It's a good free throw shooting team in Georgia, coming in at 73.7% from the charity stripe. 12:33 in the second half. Anselm's free throw is short. Georgia by 6, 49-43. Auburn just can't quite get on that run here in the second half.
Well, the zone has given us some problems. The 2-3 that they're showing, they put us out of rhythm right now.
Anselm's second free throw is missed, and the rebound comes to Cardwell. Outlet Donaldson, 12:28 second half, Auburn down 6. 49-43, Tiger ball. Donaldson, Flanagan, Williams outside the arc. Allen off the right side, inside the arc, up from 15, good! Flanagan has hit his last 2 shots. That cuts the lead to 4, 49-45. Drive to the hole, shot is up by Georgia, no, but a foul on the play. And it will send Abdur-Rahim to the line, shooting 2. The foul goes against Dylan Cardwell. First foul against Dylan.
You talk about hustle plays. Georgia gets that ball quickly and gets it down to Foreign, just attacks the rim and draws a foul.
Jabri Abdur-Rahim, a junior out of South Orange, New Jersey, at the line for two. The first one nestles in. Transferred from Virginia. The New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year back in 2019. Second free throw, he made both. Back to a 6-point Georgia lead, 51-45 with 12:08 in the second half. Donaldson up the floor. Donaldson across midcourt, 20 to shoot for Auburn. 12 minutes in the second half, Auburn down 6. Cardwell in the lane, underneath Williams. Shot is up and it's blocked out of there by Georgia. Flanagan had the shot blocked, Georgia ball. Abdur-Rahim off the left side, hands the ball to Justin Hill. Picked up by Flanagan. Near midcourt, 14 to shoot for Georgia. Bulldogs by 6, 11:33 in the second. Hill working on Flanagan. Left wing, head fake, 3-ball, no. Weak side rebound. They went over the back of Donaldson. He was fouled on the play by Abdur-Rahim, and that's his third. It takes us to a timeout. Auburn trails at Georgia, 51-45. 11:26 to go in the second half. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Hey, I'm Charles Barkley. Call for a Redmont and water at bars and restaurants throughout the great state of Alabama. Redmont Vodka, available at select ABC stores and package stores. Redmont Vodka is 8 times distilled, gluten-free, and is made from non-GMO corn. Looking to support a local business? Redmont Distilling is Alabama proud and minority owned. Learn more online at redmontdistilling.com.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got your school covered. On SEC Radio, there's complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along online or on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now, as a college student, you can stream your first 3 months of SiriusXM for $1. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details and subscribe now at SiriusXM.com/SEC Sports.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Andy Burcham. The Auburn experience, you know it. There's nothing else like it. It's what binds us together as the Auburn family. And when you give to Auburn, you build on a strong foundation. Your gift opens doors of opportunity for top students, recruits exceptional faculty, and fuels innovative research. This is what creates our unique Auburn experience. And your gift makes it possible today and for generations to come. Give today at auburngiving.org.
Auburn
Georgia's gone the last 2 minutes and 37 seconds without a field goal, and yet the Bulldogs still leading Auburn by 6. 51-45 with 11:26
Well, Andy,
to
don't
go.
forget now, you have Oquindo and Roberts out of the game. They're 2 leading scorers, one with 17, the other one 15.
Right.
This is time for Auburn to try to have some success at the defensive end, get aggressive, turn them over, and get some runouts. But offensively, who's your go-to man right now? Who would you want that ball to go to right now?
Well, Janai Broom back into the game. That's who I'm going to, number 4.
You got,
Traore is also back in
Traore's
for Auburn. Flanagan and Donaldson and K.D. Johnson back into the Auburn lineup. Tigers are better shooting the basketball in the second half. At just 6 of 12.
Well, yeah, look at Flanagan's 4 for 8 right now. You can say what you want. He wants the ball.
Georgia's also 5 of 10 from the field in the second half.
That's true.
It's a 6-point game. Auburn ball, 51-45 Bulldogs. 11:26 in the second.
And in crunch time, you have 2 freshmen on that floor for this Auburn Tiger team.
Donaldson and Traore out there for Auburn. Some important minutes for these 2 Auburn freshmen. Full length of the floor to go for the Tigers, 11:26 in the second half, and Auburn trails by 6.
Roberts is back in now. They're going with 2 point guards with Hill and Roberts, the way they finished the first half.
Donaldson across midcourt for the Tigers. Trey, right side, Flanagan, outside the arc. At the top, Traore, left wing, KD. Looking underneath. Gets the ball to Donaldson at the top, 15 to shoot. Donaldson with 14. Now to Flanagan. Allen at the point. Crossover, head fake. Picks up the dribble. Off the right side, Donaldson. Down the right side of the lane for Broom. Fade away from 12. Good! Nothing but net for Janai. And Auburn cuts the lead to 4, 51-47.
He has that
10:49 in the second.
Yeah, he has that in his game. That's face up and step away.
Haven't seen it very much. Drive by Roberts, throws it over Georgia, out of bounds. They're going to give the ball to Georgia. I guess Broom got a hand on it.
It was deflected
to the
by
low
Janai.
post. Donaldson out. Green is in for Auburn. Green, Johnson, Traore, Broom, and Flanagan, the Auburn 5. Georgia out of bounds, baseline left, 15 to shoot. In the corner. Ball tied up, jump ball. Oh no, they called a foul on Auburn. They called a foul on Broom, who looked like he just tied up Frank Anselm. Boy.
Yeah. It's just, that's...
First foul against Janai.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 call. The inbounder's coming right in. There's a collision. You can't call that. There's no advantage. There was no advantage to anybody on that play.
Oquendo in and Holt out, so their two leading scorers back in the ball game. And it comes to Oquendo, left corner. On the perimeter it goes. Roberts for 3 and missed it. Rebound Broom for Auburn. Down 4, Auburn ball. 10:28 second half. KD across midcourt. Top of the circle for Janai. A 3 to cut the lead to 1. He missed it. And the rebound, Anselm for Georgia. Roberts drives all the way to the hole for the Bulldogs. He missed it. Oh, a whistle and a foul on Broom. The official underneath the basket was shielded, and he called the foul on Broom. Roberts was going away from Broom.
He went the opposite direction.
Holy cow. How can you call that play from that position on the floor?
It was his turn.
Roberts at the line for 2.
Terrible call.
Good night. Free throw is up and it's good. Man, oh man. 52-47 Georgia, 10:13 to go in the second half of play. That's 2 fouls now on Janai. And Roberts makes both free throws. Roberts and Oquendo with 17 apiece. Back to a 6-point game.
And they switch in defense. They're back to man. Auburn's slow to get into their offensive scheme.
KD has it between the circles. KD against Roberts. Flanagan outside the arc now. 14 to shoot for Auburn. Allen down the left side of the lane. Drives to the hole. Reverse layup. No. Rebound tap up. No. Rebound. Flanagan had it and lost it. Georgia ball. Drive to the hole. Hunt put it up. Blocked off the glass. Ball knocked out of there by Auburn. Georgia ball. Hill drove to the line. His shot was blocked off the backboard, but then Auburn could not secure the rebound. Georgia has it. Bridges back in for the Bulldogs, replacing Anselm on the low post. Georgia by 6. 53-47, 9:39 in the second half.
You have to be aware of where Roberts is on this inbounds play.
He has it, left sideline. By the way, that rebounding edge has evened up now, 31 apiece in the game. Roberts on the wing with Traore on it. Low post, Bridges underneath. Nicely played, and the shot is up and in by Moncrief, and Georgia goes up 8. 9:20 in the second half. Georgia 55, Auburn 47. Wendell Green between the rings. Throws to Traore outside the arc. Free throw line for Janai. Janai backs his man down in the lane. Back out to the top for Flanagan. Shot clock at 11. Allen penetrates the arc. Reverses back out. 8 to shoot. Low post. Broom to the basket. Good. Sun South driving the game. Sun South John Deere. Preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com.
That time Janai makes a great drop step to the baseline, seeks contact, and then puts it in.
55-49 Georgia. 8:40 in the second half. Hill, free throw line, head fake, low post, Bridges. Underneath, shot is up, it's missed. Rebound tap up and in on the weak side by Bridges. Georgia by 8. They are owning Auburn underneath right now, friends.
Second chance points, that's what we mentioned early in the game.
57-49 Georgia. K.D. Johnson inside the arc. Splits a double team off the glass. He didn't get it. Rebound Broom back up and he puts it in.
Great fall by Janai.
He has 16 on the night. 57-51 Georgia. Roberts quickly up the floor for the Bulldogs. Loses it. Here's Wendell Green. It's a 3-on-1 break. Wendell underneath. Flanagan double hand dunk. With under 8 minutes to go in the second half, trimming the lead back to 4. 57-53. Oquindo across midcourt for Georgia. A steal and an assist by Green and the dunk by Flanagan. And Auburn's back within 4. 7:41 in the second half. Georgia basketball. Roberts in the center circle. Shot clock at 11. Drives on KD. Knocked the ball away. Roberts gets it back. Now picked up by Traore. Down the lane. Kicks it to the corner. 3 ball from the corner. Good for Hill. Well, that's a backbreaker. Georgia by 7. 60-53. Traore to Wendell. Center circle. On the wing, Flanagan. Top of the circle, Wendell. That fake at 3 penetrates. Up from 18. Didn't get it. Rebound, Georgia. Oquindo with the rebound up the floor for the Bulldogs. Oquindo kicks it to the wing. Drive by Roberts to the hole. He laid it up. He missed it. Bridges rebounds. Weak side goes up and scores. Georgia by 9. 6:54 second half. Bruce Pearl calls the timeout. For every Auburn three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Service donates $25 to Coach Pearl's Outlive Cancer Initiative, benefiting local cancer patients and treatment centers. 6:50, make that 6:41 in the second. Georgia 62, Auburn 53. Stay tuned. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Auburn Tigers Today podcast keeps you plugged into the Tigers like nowhere else with Andy Burcham's weekly coaches interviews, post-game audio, and Jacob Hellman's comprehensive This Week in Auburn Athletics feature. It's the only podcast that keeps you current on everything happening around Auburn athletics, from Jordan Hare to Neville Arena and beyond. Just like and subscribe to Auburn Tigers Today podcast.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Quick Yellowwood scoreboard update. They've gone to the half in Gainesville. Texas A&M in control over Florida, 34-23. Auburn, one of 6 ranked teams on the road at an unranked opponent tonight. Elsewhere, it's Georgia Tech leading number 12, Miami, with 16 minutes to go, 44-43. NC State.
All right, Brad, thank you. It's a 6-point, make that a 9-point lead for Georgia. 62-53, 6:41 to go. Boy, if you're looking for one stat, that's the big difference in this game right now. It's points in the paint. Georgia, 32, Auburn, 20.
It certainly is, and it's just quality people just making hustle points now, attacking the rim. You got their 2 guards out front, Roberts and Hill attacking downhill. and then Oquendo making outside shots. If you take away the guard play, Auburn's in this game. And they are changing defenses. That has slowed the Auburn offense down a little bit.
Green, Jasper, Moore, Williams, Broom. Auburn's 5 out there right now. Auburn down 9 with the ball. Broom at the top. Right wing for Wendell. Green off the left side for Jasper. Back to Green. Wendell looked at a 3, didn't take it. 10 to shoot, Jasper. Now Wen, high post for Janai. To Wendell, shoots a 3 ball. Didn't get it. Rebound Georgia. They've got a breakaway. Roberts, Green, the only one back. Roberts to the hole. Georgia by 11. 64-53 Georgia. The duo of Oquendo and Roberts have killed Auburn, and Roberts gets another steal and gets fouled by Jalen at midcourt.
Foul on the board, Auburn's Jalen Williams. That's his second, team 7. The previous play is under review.
And they're going to look to see if this is an intentional foul on Jalen at midcourt. 6:01 to go, second half. Georgia 64, Auburn 53. Points in the paint just killing Auburn in this ball game. 34-20 in favor of Georgia tonight.
It's all about the want of this Georgia team. They're penetrating and they're kicking out and they're making shots they have to make.
The foul was called against Jalen Williams. It is his first.
Mike White has been switching his defense. He's going 2-3 in man simply because he's just trying to change the tempo of Auburn's offense, and he's doing a good job. They're getting runouts on long rebounds now.
Doug Schaus and Vladimir Voyard-Chadal, the 2 officials, conversing with Birmingham. And it is an intentional foul against Jalen for grabbing the Georgia player. So Georgia will get free throws in the ball. .6:01 to go in the second half, Georgia by 11. It matches the largest lead of the first half by Georgia. Auburn led briefly in the first half for 14 seconds. After Auburn went on an 11-0 run, Georgia has led the rest of this ball game tonight.
And I'm repeating myself, but the guards, both Roberts and Oquendo, accounting for 36 points right now.
Now Roberts with 19, Oquendo with 17. And Roberts' free throw is good. And he'll get another one. And it's good as well. And Georgia keeps the basketball. Bulldogs lead by 13 points. Time running out on Auburn with 6:01 to go in the second half.
This is where Auburn has to get some stops.
Agreed.
They can't break. They got to find a way to get those stops.
McBride will trigger. Down the right sideline, gets the ball to Roberts. Roberts works on Jasper. Bounce pass, top of the circle for Moncrief. Right side Bridges against Broom. Turns twice, gets it to the wing. Roberts, free throw line. Kicks it to the right wing. And McBride stepped out of bounds.
There's one stop.
There's a stop.
Great defensive possession for Auburn.
There is a stop for Auburn. And now you got to take advantage.
Yes, you do.
Points off turnovers right now, 10-7 in favor of Georgia. Both teams only 10 turnovers in the game. Auburn is down 13 points, 5:35 in the second. Wendell to Williams, 3 ball at the top, missed it. Rebound Georgia. Ball loose, it comes to Auburn. Underneath shot is up and it's good. That trims the lead to 11 with 5:23 to go in the second half. Jalen missed the 3 on top, but Broom got the rebound and put it in. Janai, the only Auburn player, Janai and Flanagan in double figures. Janai now with 18, Flanagan with 11. The 11-point Georgia lead, 5:08 second half. Roberts, right side inside the arc. Picks up the dribble, whistle foul underneath.
He was in there for 10 seconds.
Yeah. I don't think they call that anymore, Joe.
I don't think they do. He went from side to side.
Moncrief called or picks up the advantage of the foul on Zep Jasper, his third.
And all Zep Jasper did was pull the chair out. He just stepped away, and Moncrief falls down.
$21 for Roberts, 17 for Oquendo. Free throw is up, and it's good for McBride. Excuse me, for Moncrief. $67-55. Georgia with the lead. And he made both.
We're back to zone.
Anselm in, and Bridges comes out on the low post. Georgia 68, Auburn 55. 5:02 to go in the second half. Green, right wing Moore. Green at the top for Williams. Free throw line, Janai. From 15, missed it. Rebound tapped out to the wing for Wendell. Near the corner right side. Hands the ball to Broom. Out to the top. From Wendell to Williams, back to Wendell. 13 to shoot for Auburn. Gets a screen from Janai. Wendell, whistle and a foul. Got bailed out that time because McBride grabbed Wendell up near the neck. Auburn with a 20-second shot clock. 4:40 to go in the second half. And Auburn trails by 13 points, 68-55. Moore the inbound to to Wendell. To Jasper at the top. Now Wendell penetrates. Drives, goes up and loses the ball. Oquendo the other way for Georgia. At the top, loses it. Ball is loose. Got to be a jump ball at some point. I think Georgia has the arrow.
It's Georgia basketball.
4:24 to go in the second half. Donaldson in. Wendell gets a brief rest for Auburn. Georgia ball off the arrow. 23 to shoot for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs lead Auburn by 13 points. 4:24 to go. Anselm out and Bridges is in on the low post. Bridges with 4 points on the night. He has 4 rebounds. They wipe up some perspiration at the top of the key outside the arc at the Georgia end of the floor. Down 13, Auburn can't wait much longer, Joe.
No, they can't. They've got to get into an offensive flow. No matter what defense they're in, they've got to run one pattern and just attack.
That's 5 seconds against Georgia. McBride couldn't get the ball in. Roberts went into the backcourt, and Zep Jasper was in his back pocket. So Auburn gets the ball back, trailing by 13. 4:24 to go in the second half. Trey Donaldson running the point with the inbound pass from Jalen Williams. Down 13, Auburn ball. 4:20 on a counting clock in the second. Jasper, Donaldson to the corner. A drive to the hole by Moore. Dumps it for Broom. Gets triple teamed. Into the corner, Williams. Jasper, 3 ball left wing, no. Rebound to Janai. Back up with the left hand, good.
Great hustle by Janai. He wasn't going to be denied that opportunity to rebound on the weak side.
20 points and 10 rebounds for Janai Broom. His second straight double-double. Auburn trims the lead to 11. 3:50 in the second half.
Here's
Roberts.
where you have to be smart. Excuse me, Andy.
Roberts outside the arc to Moncrief. Picked up by Jalen. Moncrief. Bridges against Broom. Drives on Broom. Reverse, he missed it. Rebound tapped out of there. Williams the other way for Auburn. To Zep Jasper. To Moore. Head fake off the glass, good. That trims the lead to 9 with 3:28 to go in the second half. And Bruce Pearl calls a timeout. Auburn basketball is brought to you in part by Ford. Check out the Ford F-150 at your local Ford dealer. F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. 3:28 to go, second half. 4-0 run by Auburn. Tigers have trimmed the lead to 9. Georgia 68, Auburn 59. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
This is the moment you've been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our home.
When you step onto the court and into the spotlight. The moment to show that hard work and long days pay off. Because when that final shot leaves your hands and we leave our seats. That powerful moment connects us all.
Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Power for a better Alabama.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Hey, this is head coach Bruce Pearl. Here at Auburn, we revere our traditions. But it's the tradition of hard work that really speaks to me. It's about improving your game every single day and being the best that you can be. In the truck game, Ford has a tradition too. A relentless commitment to building smarter, tougher, and more dependable trucks. That's why I drive Ford F-150, the official truck of the Auburn Tigers. Learn more at buyfordnow.com.
Not all models, trims, or features may be available. Contact your dealer for more information.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by
3:28 to go in the second half. Auburn within 9, 68-59. A 4-0 run right now by Auburn. Georgia's going 246 without a basket, Joe Champion.
Yeah, you have a team in there now that's attacking the rim. Donaldson, he's that pure point guard where he's going to try to get the ball to you in position. You just have your hands ready and feet ready to make a good shot. But it's all about hustle. Now you got to change your mode now. With 3:28 to go, you have to be on the aggressive end. You've got to attack everything. And then offensively, or defensively down there, you got to contain Roberts. All he wants to do is beat you off the dribble, 2 steps off, contain him, let somebody else handle the ball.
He has 21 points tonight for Georgia. He's 6 of 6 from the line, 7 of 15 from the field. And a lot of his points have come on the drive to the basket.
Well, like we mentioned, look at the points in the paint.
Janai Broom, a double-double, his second consecutive double-double. And for Janai, that's 9 straight double-figure games on the low post.
But he needs some teammates down there to help him out.
20 points and 10 rebounds for Janai Broom. He's out there with Chris Moore, Jasper, Donaldson, and Williams. Full court pressure by Auburn. Hill, the inbound, nearly taken away. Donaldson did, but Georgia gets the loose ball. And here's Roberts up the floor. Roberts to the basket, to the corner for Georgia. 3 ball from the corner, air ball. Weak side rebound, Williams. Donaldson the other way for Auburn. Brings it at the top, lobs it underneath for Janai. Nearly goes out of bounds, throws it back to the top for Williams. Down 9 Auburn ball, or 3:05 to go in the second half. Donaldson between the circles. Drifts out to the right side. On the wing, it's Moore. Back to Trey at the top, 9 to shoot. Gets a screen from Williams, leaves for Jalen. 3 ball at the top, no. Rebound fought for, ball is loose, Georgia ball. Hill on the break for Georgia. Takes some time off the clock wisely for the Bulldogs. Hands the ball to Roberts now. Boy, Auburn had 2 cracks there to cut that lead under 9 and couldn't get a couple threes to fall. Roberts against Jasper. Down the left side of the lane. Wild flopping shot by Roberts, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, right now he knows he has the whistles. All he's doing is just taking it into the defender's chest and extending the ball.
Zep Jasper asked Doug Schau for an explanation of the call. Doug Schau says you used your hand to push him. Next up for Auburn, the Tigers play host to Arkansas. Saturday night at 7:30 at Neville Arena. Hope you have your tickets. We're on the air at 7. Don't forget Tiger Talk tomorrow night from Baumhauer's Victory Grill. Bruce Pearl, Zep Jasper, set to join us along with Auburn swim coach Ryan Wakamurka. First free throw by Roberts is missed. He can take the lead to 10, though, with 2:29 to go in the second half. And he missed both. Rebound Williams. Outlet Donaldson. Auburn can't waste time. Donaldson across midcourt for the Tigers. Down 9 Auburn ball. 2:20 to go second half. Donaldson centers it. Backs it up. Picks up the dribble. Now to Jasper on the wing. Zep puts it on the floor. Drives into the key. Donaldson steps into a 3. Missed it long. Weak side rebound, Jasper saves to Williams. Jalen 3 right side missed. And the rebound, Georgia. Ahead Hill. And Georgia will take time off the clock. Well, Auburn had a couple pretty good looks there at 3, and Auburn has to foul as Broom fouls out at the top against Hill. I think it was Hill.
That's his third. Team's 10th.
Second or 10th foul for Auburn, so double bonus the rest of the night for Georgia, and Hill is at the line to shoot 2 out of Houston, Texas, from Longwood University.
Hill to the line for the Dogs. Shooting 2.
He'll shoot a couple. First free throw is missed.
They're giving us an opportunity right now. Offensively, we've got to get into flow. Just run into an overload. Even if it's a zone or man, run into an overload, and they need somebody on the weak side of the basket to pound the boards, and let's go. We got to shoot it up and crash.
Hill makes the second free throw. That cuts a break, a scoring drought of 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Time to
10-point
score.
lead, Georgia.
Got to go right into it.
On the wing, Moore. Donaldson, Broom, free throw line extended. Jalen Williams is fouled. That stops the clock with 1:47 to go. And Jalen goes to the line to shoot a 1 and bonus.
I just would like to see Jalen, when he catches there, turn, put his shoulders down his head, and just go right into the defender, rather than letting the defender bow him back up. That's catch and rip. You just catch and rip it.
Anselin called for the foul. It sends Jalen Williams to the line for a 1 and bonus for Auburn.
To the line for the Tigers.
Stops the clock with 1:47 to go. First free throw is good. Cuts the lead to 9.
Now we knock this one down, then we put the press on. Here we go.
1:47 to go. Auburn trails 9. He can cut the lead to 8 with this free throw. Williams with just 4 points on the night. Free throw is good. 1:47 to go. Auburn trails by 8. 69-61. Georgia basketball. Full length to the floor to go. Auburn presses. Hill looking for an inbound. Gets an inbound to Moncrief. Loses it. Ball still loose. Moncrief has it. Loses it. Jump ball. Arrow goes to
It's Georgia
Georgia.
basketball.
So many times the ball's been on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's just gone through our hands.
Janai Broom wanted the basketball, wanted to call timeout, but didn't get it. And Georgia has the arrow and the basketball with 1:42 to go. Auburn down 8. 69-61. They wipe up some perspiration. Just to the left of the Auburn key. Well, Auburn's had some chances here in the last 3 minutes to really cut into this lead. Georgia didn't have a field goal in the last 4:32.
That's
what
true.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Georgia will inbound in front of us. Oquendo in front of the Auburn bench. Broom will guard the inbound pass. They get it inbound to Roberts. Across midcourt through a double team. Docks down an Auburn player. And they called it a block. Looked like Roberts used his elbow to knock the Auburn player down. Instead, they called the block on Auburn. With 1:37 to go, and Georgia up 69-61. Georgia's led almost the entire game. Auburn led by a total of 14 seconds in the first half.
To the line for the Dogs, shooting 2.
Roberts at the line for 2 for Georgia. Transfer from Bradley's first free throw is good.
Checking in for the Dogs, Frank Anselin.
Anselin in for Georgia, replacing Bridges. He's got some fouls to give. They're still going to wipe up some perspiration from the initial foul. And Roberts trying to take the lead back to 10 with 1:37 to go in the second half, and Georgia calls a timeout with 1:37 to go. Georgia does not have a field goal in the last 4 minutes and 37 seconds. And during that time, though, Joe, Auburn just hasn't been able to make that run, to cut into that lead enough?
We don't have that go-to play. You should look for a hot hand. It can't be inside to Janai. It's got to be somebody on the perimeter to create, be a threat with the ball, and that's got to be Jalen in that high post area. He's got to catch and facilitate, look for a shot or drop it down. He has that ability, but it's just we're having opportunities. We're just not taking advantage.
Interesting to note that Wendell Green Jr. during this run has been on the bench, and Trey Donaldson has been running the point for Auburn.
Because I think as a player, you understand Donaldson is going to deliver the ball to you. He's more of a facilitator rather where Wendell, he'll get his assists, but he thinks shot first.
3 assists, 3 rebounds, 7 points for Wendell, and 0 of 6 from 3 as Roberts makes both free throws. Georgia by 10 with 1:37 to go.
And just like Coach Stephen Pearl was concerned about, get him to the free throw line. Look at the advantage that they have.
Left corner 3 blocked out of bounds off of Chris Moore. Auburn keeps the ball with 22 to shoot. 1:28 to go in the second half. And Auburn trails by 10. Williams will trigger baseline left. Got to get a bucket anywhere quickly. Inbound Moore to Donaldson. 3 ball at the top for Trey. He didn't get it. Rebound on the floor. Georgia has it. Hill will get pressured by Jasper. 1:15 to go. Hill off the right side. Double team. Gets the ball off the left side. Moncrief on the wing for Roberts. And a foul, and Roberts goes back to the line. Georgia tonight, 19 of 26 from the free throw line. Auburn is 9 of 13 from the line tonight. And that isn't an indictment, I don't think, on the officials.
No.
That's just Georgia's offense.
Yeah, it's just their style of play.
Yeah.
When you have guards the size of Georgia's, they're going to give anybody trouble at 6'3" and 6'4". And the way they handle the ball and attack the rim, actually attack the paint.
Roberts with 24 points. His career high came with Bradley against UTEP back in December of 21. He missed the second free throw. 11-point lead for Georgia, 1:05 to go. Drive by Donaldson at the top. It's Janai. Pops a 3, didn't get it. Well, that 3-point shot just has not been there for Auburn. And a foul on the rebound. Chris Moore took a hard tumble underneath the basket. Georgia starting to celebrate in Athens.
That's his 5th.
Chance Westry will get his first action of the night as Zep Jasper fouls out of the night. 5 points, a couple rebounds, a couple of assists. And Georgia has Frank Anselm at the free throw line to shoot 2. 55.1 seconds to go. Georgia by 11. Anselm gets a couple. 72% free throw shooter. Transfer from Syracuse. First free throw is missed. The run for Auburn just has not been there in this second half of play. And Auburn has gone 3 of 16 from the 3-point stripe in the second half. Anselm misses both. Donaldson off the rebound from Broom up the floor. Timeout Auburn with 50.5 seconds to go in the second half. This will be a full timeout. We'll keep it here. Tiger Talk tomorrow night on the Auburn Sports Network. We'll be at Baumhauer's Bakery Grill. Bruce Pearl will join us. Zep Jasper will join us. Auburn's swim coach, Ryan Wakamerka, will also join us tomorrow night on Tiger Talk at 6 o'clock at the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn women's basketball also tomorrow night at 6 at Consensus #1 South Carolina. Britt Bowen with the call from Columbia, starting at 5:45 on Tiger 93.9 in the Auburn area. And then this Auburn men's team gets its toughest home game of the season thus far on Saturday night. Auburn will host top 10 ranked Arkansas to the Plains on Saturday. That's a 7:30 start from Neville Arena, and we'll be on the air starting at 7. Auburn in Arkansas on Saturday night. from Neville Arena. 50 and a half seconds to go in this one. Auburn down by 11, 72-61. Moore, Westry, Donaldson, Williams, and Broom for Auburn. Georgia, and this stat will just drive you nuts, has gone 5-24 without a field goal, and yet still leads Auburn by 11.
It's just game management right now, and they're getting to the free throw line. They're wasting clock, and that's important.
Inbound Jalen Williams. Free throw line Broom. Head fake to the hole, shoots and scores.
And that high post has been open the whole time. Janai gets it up there and he attacks. He turns and attacks the rim.
72-63 Georgia in the backcourt. Hill lobs it up the floor, and Hill is fouled by Chance Westry at Auburn's free throw line. And Hill will go to the line to shoot 2 for Georgia. Jalen Williams, K.D. Johnson, and Wendell Green are combined 4 of 26 tonight and 2 of 13 from 3. Hill at the line for 2. 76% free throw shooter coming into play. Makes the first free throw. Georgia is 21 of 31 from the free throw line tonight. And Hill makes both. 40.7 seconds to go. Auburn down 74-63. Donaldson picks up the inbound pass. He's across midcourt. Gets a screen on the left wing. No look pass underneath for Moore. Goes up for the shot. And finally, we get a foul called underneath the basket.
You know, to me, that's goaltending. He was dunking. He was above the rim throwing it down. But that's just me.
Stops the clock with 33 and a half seconds to go. And Chris Moore at the free throw line for 2 for Auburn tonight.
To the line for the Tigers.
You didn't respond to my remark.
Chris misses the free throw. Moore's second free throw, and he got it. Auburn cuts the lead to 10. 33 and a half seconds to go. Auburn backs off of the full court press into a 3/4 court press. Hill will trigger to Roberts. Back to Hill. And Roberts will walk it across midcourt. Game clock and shot clock about 2 seconds apart. Shot clock is down to 18. Roberts just dribbling the ball back and forth between the legs in the center circle. 12 on the shot clock for Georgia. Roberts against Donaldson. Blows past him to the hole and scores. A career high tonight for Terry Roberts. Georgia by 12. Moore right wing 3 ball. Missed it, and a foul is called on the floor against Georgia, I think. Foul was called against Moncrief with 1.9 seconds to go. Regions Bank postgame show is coming up next.
To the line for the Tigers.
Janai gets a couple. It was a 1 in bonus. He missed the free throw. Rebound Georgia out of bounds with 0.4 seconds to go.
Auburn basketball.
Auburn ball down by 12. Tiger ball. Got to catch and shoot. Get it inbound. Broom puts it up and he missed it, and that game's over. Janai Broom leads Auburn tonight with 22 points. You can score points too with the Chick-fil-A app. Download or open an app to place an order. Earn and redeem points with the Chick-fil-A app. War Eagle, eat more chicken. Final score tonight in Athens. The Bulldogs led for almost the entire night. Auburn led by a total of 14 seconds this evening. Georgia 76, Auburn 64. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
The Auburn women's basketball staff for the Coach Show. The show has rival locations from